Hmm. I don't. Okay, cool. It's here. Egg salad connection. Egg salad. Testing. Okay, delete all these other tabs, these YouTube tabs. Um, Scaled live. Everybody, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's open this up to like this. Not quite 720p, but not bad either. I mean, there is a delay, a slight delay, but hey. Ah, I'll go on TikTok, why not? Go live. I should have used the restroom before I started streaming. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. My stylus. Oh, come on now. Fell underneath the table. Why is life so difficult? Reached out. Oh, there it is. Fell in the cracks. And now I'm back. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. Let's open up the keyframe. Let's open up the DS4 so I can access my shortcuts via controller. Okay, Clip Studio. That's good. Alright, and we're back. Okay, we're back. I think what I'm gonna do that I'll probably add like a a fake ESRB. Let's see if I can find them. I'm gonna rip that. I'm gonna rip the ESRB. Can I make my own? Is it illegal to have my own ESRB? Just like place an ESRB on something. I feel like that's probably illegal. ESRB logo. I don't know if I should. If the chat's in, if there's anybody in the chat, is it possible for me to put an ESRB logo? I feel like that's something tells me that's illegal, but it sounds cool. Like if I put teen like right here, not right here, but like around, like I mean, I guess uh, I can fake it. Oh yeah, I can't really do shortcuts because I'm on TikTok right now. Also, really cutting it short with the margins. I hate margins. I hate margins. I mean, I guess I can just make it a little bit smaller. Wait, let me check it. Blah. It is what it is. Oh yeah, that is right. I'm not thinking about where the barcode would be. Okay, I would have to scratch this idea. Okay. Oh, great. That's right. I didn't think about where the barcode would be. That sounds important. Seems a little bit important. Alright, let's see if I can grasp it a little bit. How many pages do I have? I'm gonna open up the InDesign app. Go on Amazon. Everybody. Amazon cover calculator. I think I have like around 400 pages. Yeah, it's gonna be a cover calculator. Binding type, paperback, interior, standard color, white paper, reading design left to right. Measure unit's gonna be in inches. It's gonna be 6 by 9. Page count. So I'm trying to figure out. So I'm trying to figure out. because I forgot. Let me scroll all the way down. 417, give or take. Calculate the dimensions. I can work with that. Gotta download this template. Just gotta put this in just the regular downloads. Yeah, let me see that PNG. I'm gonna need to. Wow, that's a big spine. That's a huge spine. What the heck? Who's liking my stuff? Oh, cool. Let's see. I'm trying to put on some music. How can I put on some music? Oh yeah, video game music. For focus. Because video game music is basically royalty-free music. Okay, so where is the... I hate having multiple windows up. Okay, nobody said anything yet. Awesome. I'm not ignoring anybody. Everybody's just ignoring me. That's just how it is. Okay. Okay, so now that I have the templates... Okay, there we go. Testing. Well, okay. That sounds fine. That seems fine. Looking at the levels. Just eyeballing everything. I'm not gonna do anything on the, I'm just gonna have that on the background. Okay, so go over here, copy on the top, and we're just gonna eyeball it. Dude, what the heck is this? 600 DPI. I'm so stupid for not increasing the DPI. What the heck happened here? Yeah, I should have increased the DPI. But the dimensions are okay enough. Okay, so the black line, trim size, red line, out of the bleed. So I guess it's gonna be something like this. I guess. So let me just darken. Am I breaking any laws? A little bit. Breaking a little bit of laws. Alright, nobody's chatting. So that's because no one's... Wait. Oh, what? Okay, since nobody is... Oh, hey, F in the chat. What's going on? I just arrived. Welcome. I am battling bleed. Yeah, the T wouldn't be here because of the barcode. I think there just needs to be a little bit more overlap. Thinking emoji. Okay, I think these things need to be smaller or, like, shrunk. These things need to be shrunk, that's for sure. The bottom three. Because they're taking up way too much space. You continue yesterday's work? Yeah. I'm going to do this. Well, I'm probably gonna finish this, like, this stream, honestly. When I'm done with this, I'm moving on to doing the thumbnails for... Ah, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do the thumbnails for, the Chimera Island cover. Okay, I think... Light transformation. I think all of this just needs to be in a folder. That seems to be simple. Along with... Yeah, if I don't get anybody saying anything on, the TikTok live stream, I'm just gonna cut it. Like the TikTok live, and probably just stream on, the other place instead, Twitch instead. Why are they called thumbnails, but not the toenails? Hand supremacist agenda, if you ask me. Hey, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Okay, I feel like if I just move this a little bit up. Yeah, moving this a little bit up seems pretty good. It's kind of funny how I just did not even think about... I didn't even consider, like, Amazon, how Amazon formats their books. a little bit more space. That gives me a little bit more space. But I still need to squish these 4 panels. Like, yeah, these 3 panels. And then we have this. Hey, that's enough space. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Ugh. I love it when things just work out. Oh wait, I'm contemplating on either having the texture down here be flies or random panels from the comic. Like a collage of panels. Since we got time, I'm going to try the collage of panels. But I should probably move Travis a little bit to the left. I mean, a little bit to the right. Transformation, yes. And with Jim, move him to the left. Alright, this is looking good. This is looking good. Okay. Wait a second, let me just... Let me change the colors of this. And the computer does not let me chat. Ah. Should I try doing the horizontal stream? Because I might as well. I'll do it. I'll try it in 8 minutes. 10 minutes, right? If nobody says anything in the TikTok chat, then I'm moving over to the horizontal stream on YouTube and Twitch. What's my general? All right, let's see. I'm gonna throw some book 1s and book 2s in there. Oh, so you're only doing vertical stream because you TikToking makes sense. No. No. I don't have TikTok. Don't know if I never felt, but maybe I should. Yeah, you don't need to. You really don't need to. YouTube only sounded like a good idea. Well, TikTok sounded like a good idea because they just opened up the floodgates for anybody to stream, and I liked the idea of streaming on TikTok because people can just like donate if they wanted to. However, though, if anybody can donate to me on like YouTube if they go on my YouTube links. The link's on my YouTube bio. And I get way more of the money. Instead of people going power chatting. Yeah, power chatting. No, I mean super chatting. Sorry. YouTube. Yeah, I have power chat, and power chat just accepts like donations from like anything, including cryptocurrency. But when I say like it gives me more power chatting through the link in my bio, it gives me more of the donation than super chatting on YouTube. And on TikTok as well, because TikTok they take like their own cut. Like power chat, I get way more of the money donated. Yeah, it should be on the first link on my YouTube bio. You should try it out. And you can do text to speech. Shoot. because I'm terrible at reading. Come on. Why won't it let me copy and paste? Copy. Paste. Okay, that's good. Can I paste here? No. Holy crap. Can I just do this? No. Okay, I guess I can't do that with, like, TIFF files. Maybe I have to do it with, PNGs. Since it wants to be so darn difficult. Okay, I like this. I like this. Let's drag it right here. Oh, I was like, who the fatty reminded me of? No, wait. The Vault Boy. I was like, who the fatty reminded me of? No, I remember. The Vault Boy. Oh, you mean, Gem. Gem reminds you of Vault Boy. Holy crap. Oh, that's why it's freaking terrible. It does work. It just... I forgot about the layering. I hate that I can't do shortcuts with... Man, you know what? Yep, time's up. Time's up for TikTok anyway. A lot of people joining, but nobody's saying anything. How annoying. End live. End now. Okay, now that's over. Let's see if I can... Let me go on to a restream. Don't tell me I deleted the power. No Cash App. Just Power Chat. Update all. And gonna stream there too. Pause review. Mixonomus is now live. It just works. They need to talk. Wait, why do they need to talk? Oh. Literally just for engagement. Like, if they're not engaging, like, I stream because I like engaging with the people who watch the stream. That's why I live stream. And if the people I am streaming to, if the platform I'm streaming to is not engaging with me, then I really don't need to be there. That's what what's the word? That's what it means to me. Oh wait, why am I doing that? I literally isolated a lot of the panels. I keep forgetting that I did that for some reason. Like, I don't really need to have this cover here. Okay, you know what? I think I still like it. Maybe TikTokers are just shy and don't want to disturb your workflow. Then I guess I just don't need to be there. They don't really donate anyway, so. Or interact. And plus, when they enter the chat, I say hi. Please say hi. Hey, Mr. Mohammed Official, what's going on? I literally say, please say hi. So if they're not saying hi, and plus they don't stay there for like more than a minute. The TikTok algorithm shows them my content, and then they don't interact, and then they move on. They're not shy, they're just not interested. Ugh. Okay, how did I do this? So that's pretty much it. Why is that? Huh. Okay. Okay, it was the layering that was pretty weird. So why is that weird? Okay, cool. I just had to like rechange the layering because everything was weird. But yeah, if I didn't want to be disturbed or interacted with, I wouldn't stream. Actually, I gotta change. I want to change. I want to use different panels, more dynamic looking panels. Oh man, I just had a flashback. I gotta like pay attention to like what I put in the back, like the words that are in the back, because people will read it. That's what I remembered. Like if they're looking, what happened here? What the heck? Oh, okay. Plus having like book 2 is way more interesting. Actually, this will be a good. For me, the individual layers are more and more control. To atomize better, yeah. Actually, since like book 1 is so like square, if you know what I mean. Like a lot of these panels are just rectangles because I didn't know how to do like I was not comfortable doing a lot of interesting stuff. I always have this be like layer 1. And I have like another layer. And have that book 2. It's like stuff that you're not really supposed to see. It's just eye candy. I'll actually keep the cancel the fly backdrop actually. Like just in case, right? Okay, let's see if I can find. Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to fit all of this in like on the first layer. I'm going to try my best not to have it overlap. Like the first layers to overlap. This rated T thing is gone. I don't need it. I don't need you. I don't need you, rated teen. T for teen. Okay, I guess I'll just have like something over here. I'm gonna use chapter 1. For like the chapter 1 panels. Actually, I want to show characters that were in the yeah, like this. And then starts getting overlapping. All right, cool. Okay, so everybody's saying it. A bit of her. Let me see a little bit of... Oh, wait, I didn't even show Beelzebub yet. Yeah, I'll do like chapter 1. Wait, yeah, chapter 1's fine. This is good. Okay, where can I find... Now, where can I find... Yeah, this is a good idea. I think this is a good idea. I know I had a pretty good drawing of Lucifer, chapter 6. I'll use this. Let me just move this up. I have a good drawing of Travis on. Okay. Okay, that's good. Hmm. So, all of this is a recap. No, not really a recap. It's just showing all the different stuff. It's like showing the different panels. Yo, 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 what's up? What's going on, Matt? I'm working on the back of Purgatory Academy. Like, this is the back cover right here. You know, like, all this will be like, yeah, this complete, all this side's gonna be covered up by the barcode. So, can I join the stream? Alright. Why not? Yo, testing.
Yo,
Okay, your levels are pretty good. What's going on?
hell yes. What's up, bro? I haven't been on your stream in a while. I had
Yeah,
to just check in. What the fuck y'all
yeah.
doing? Like y'all
I'm.
doing, excuse me.
Nah, it doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't care no more.
Oh, really? Oh, see. Oh, so. Oh, we won that war too. All right, first we got the woke out of here. Now we got YouTube to get back in line. All right.
Yeah, YouTube is like so dumb now. It's like I was like looking at other YouTubers and they're saying like YouTube is just sabotaging like everybody and they're not like YouTube is like it's like a YouTube is sabotaging everybody again. But they're not telling
Oh, sick.
everybody but they're not really telling what's going on. It's just everybody noticed that they had like a 50% drop in views no matter what kind of video like you're
They're playing
making.
4D chess with everybody's money and
Yeah.
expecting nobody to say shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Again.
Sick. Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was one of those things. You ever heard that one like line where it's just like first they came for the what is it? Jews and I didn't say anything, kind of thing, like that
Oh,
one.
you know what's
That's what
funny?
it was for the animators. It was like first they came for the animators. I didn't say shit because I wasn't an
Dude,
animator.
the funny thing, I'm getting like way more overtly like anti-Semitic like videos on YouTube. Like in my recommended, I'm
Yes.
like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah. Trump got to YouTube.
I'm like, what? Is,
Well,
like,
no,
what
no,
is?
no. Well, actually, no. Trump didn't get to YouTube. The Catholics got to YouTube. That's probably what happened.
Dude, like the the guy running YouTube is like some Indian is like an Indian guy, and I'm like, what's going
Oh
on?
yeah, they really don't let Jewish people too. So that nigga was like, yeah, let it fly. Yeah, what's her name? Susan, whatever her last name was when she died. Yeah, no, they was like, nah, let the dogs have their fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, F in the
Jesus
chat.
Christ,
Auto
F in the
sabotaging.
chat.
Cycle of YouTube. By the way, Sutton collab. Yeah, Sutton collab. Sutton
Son
collab.
collab, it's me. Hey,
Collab
I'm here.
with Dope Man, who hasn't
Yes.
posted a video on YouTube yet, but he's
Well,
here.
in all fairness, I used to post videos, but I deleted them all. So I could go back to posting videos, but I don't feel like it.
That's true.
Do you see how that works?
I understand. No, if anybody knows how like not feeling like it works, I'm that guy.
Well, to be fair, everything I've been doing has been like I've been trying to get jobs in like industry shit. So it's like almost like YouTube has nothing to offer me other than like portfolio work, but I can just kind of make portfolio work and send it to the people I want it to see. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like there's almost like no reason for me to post. However,
Yeah.
though,
Okay.
I've been thinking about doing interviews. I think I told you about this idea. I've been thinking about doing interviews with people I like.
Oh yeah,
Like just
true.
finding
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
interviews. I think it would kind of be fun. Actually, you could be the first guy. I could do that.
I'm down with that. I'm
Yeah,
down
yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
Like no editing, no nothing, just a straight interview. And it's kind of like your drawing solo podcast, but instead of anything interesting happening, it would just be us on a Discord video call, just talking shit for like about an hour.
Yeah, man, I have not freaking heard of. Man, drawing solo was so long ago. I'm like,
That was awesome though. My episode of drawing solo was great.
yeah,
Well, let me stop. It wasn't great. It was okay. I kind of went off the rails with that one. Kind of went off the rails with that one, but
like every time I hear, oh wait, Epson's chat said to be fair that could work. Yeah, every time I hear like that people listen to drawing solo, I'm like, why? Like,
yeah. Well,
I'm-
it was you. You were a pretty good interviewee. I think when it was me and you though, it was kind of funny because like it was weird because like you're my boy, right? So it's like having to like treat you like an actual interviewer was like the funniest bit we've ever done. And we kind of got half like it was like 75% through the podcast. We were pretty good. Like it was like we were being serious, and at some point it was just like whatever, like fuck it. It was like we're not doing this anymore, right? Like
yeah,
bits over. All right, cool. Let's just talk like real niggas. Let's leave this shit alone. Um, but no, like other episodes you did, you were like an actual interviewer. Like you kind of like kept your composure and shit. It was interesting.
I think
You could bring it back.
I really could. Yeah, I could. I really could. But there's no demand for it. That's pretty much it. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and
that's
like
fair.
oh yeah, and getting people on, it was such like a what's that term? It was like a
It was a hassle.
yeah, it wasn't just a hassle. Oh man, I remember I worked so hard getting everybody on. Like I remember there was one day I had like
Yeah, shit.
yeah, I had like 3 interviews in one day.
Yeah, you were going like back and forth. Yeah, that was the weirdest part of your life in my like from the outside looking in. It was the weirdest part of your life because like every day you'd be like, all right, so I'd be like, oh, yo, dude, you want to call? Like I have like an hour off of work or whatever. And you'd be like, no, I have to interview like several like artists. And it's like I don't think this one likes me. It was very fucking like strange. It was a strange like a part of your life. I won't lie. And
Yeah.
even by the end of it, it was like you didn't even like it. At the it was just like you're like, this is stupid. Like I would rather just make the comics at this point.
I,
Like
s-
fuck it.
I stopped. Well, I did it because I thought it would be a way to build a network. I stopped doing it because even well now it still feels like a way to build a network, but people don't really reciprocate. Like people don't promote the podcast that they that they're on. They just do it.
Which is weird because these artists want the exposure, but like when they do interviews and shit of that nature, like they're like they act like they did you a favor.
Yeah.
That was the thing that was weird about that whole experience with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like not to like I don't know if those people are watching or whatever,
No,
but
no
I
one
felt like
watches.
every time. Okay, cool. So like yeah, I felt like every time you had did an interview, right? It was a thing where like you were like, oh yeah, that was a great interview or whatever, blah 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 blah, blah, and they were acting like you were the fan, like you know what I mean, like as if you were the one like coming to them on some like oh man, I really like your work or whatever. When in reality, it was kind of like an even exchange. And so like I understand why you kind of had to stop doing that because it was like it was giving these niggas like free clout who didn't really deserve it, honestly.
Yeah.
And
It was
not even free clout in the sense of like in the sense of like, oh, you have all these followers. It was free clout in the sense of like you were giving them a platform to stand on whatever they wanted to talk about, and you're interviewing them as if they actually mattered. When in reality, they were just another artist on the internet. And to for them to act like they were anything other than that was like ridiculous to me, at least. Which
yeah.
is mean to say, but shit, like
I
you know,
mean,
what I mean,
like
sometimes you
it's
gotta be mean.
yeah, like they like it's not like they were going to listen to me. Not it's not like they like listen back or they come back or they like follow up. So I really don't care like what you kind of have to say about them or to them or
Yeah,
whatever, because that whole exchange was just so weird. And it was just up to me to like find clips and like upload those clips. And
yeah,
it was weird. It was so mad weird. Like people like who listen to it, they like it. It's just that it's something for the YouTube algorithm. It's like something that it's the YouTube algorithm just doesn't really push for whatsoever reason, and that just further instills that I really just need to have like some sort of nepotistic push to the point where like the age of just like being on the come up of the internet's over. You just need to have like someone that's already in the building before the doors closed. You know what I mean?
yeah. You
Or
know what it is?
that's what it
It's
feels
like
like.
the idea of like running plays on the internet is over. You can't run a play on the internet. It's just over.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Like it's almost like the best way to describe it is like it's like imagine like you're playing football or whatever and you're like trying to run all these plays or whatever and then like all of a sudden it's like okay, you know what I mean, we're done, like the other team won, it's over kind of thing. And that's kind of what's happening with the internet where like I think back in the day, like the smartest guy on the internet when it was the Wild West could run like these algorithmic plays of like, oh, okay, so you have to upload this amount of times or whatever, and you could get some type of results.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, the internet is so like it's like locked up almost to the
Yeah.
point where it's like unless the platform wants you to succeed or someone on the platform wants you to succeed, you're not going to succeed. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how many plays you run. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you talk to. If they do not want you to succeed, you do not succeed. Period. Full stop. And that's never how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah, that's how
You know?
low key feels, or not how it feels, or just how it is. Oh yeah, F's in the chat said, to be honest, when I was doing my major project, I contracted the Bioshock composer and the Witcher composer, and they actually were like, "Sure, I am free. I want to do it now. Interviews are cool with people." Oh yeah, F's in the chat saying like, "Yeah, keep doing interviews with like popular people."
No, yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that. That's not Mason's point. I don't think. I don't think that's his point. I think what he's saying is more so like even if he does the interview, it's not feasible for what he needs done. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like he can't get what he needs out of, even if he went to like a famous person per se. It's like he can only do that a certain amount of times before people recognize him as a figure to want to go back to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I mean, like, if I do like drawing solo again, I'm not like what I did last time. I just went on like not Facebook Marketplace. I went on like Facebook groups, right? Well, basically Facebook Marketplace for being
Yeah,
social,
essentially.
quote unquote social, right? And I was like, hey, anybody want to be interviewed? And everybody was like, I want to be interviewed. I want to be interviewed. Like you would have people that are like good, people that were like mid, and then people who were just like straight up awful.
But
that like
all of them, but that okay, so that was what I was saying before, where it's
yeah
like all of them were like asking to be interviewed, and then again they were like acting as if like they were the ones giving you the clout. That's what I was
yeah
saying. Like the shit was ridiculous. Who was that one asshole? Uh, what's his name? The comic dude, the coffee
yeah
nigga.
Coffee Comics, that guy.
Yeah, that's fucking loser. Like, but like even with him, I was like he had more views than you or whatever. But he came on your platform and then was trying to talk like all that like big dog shit, and I was like, it was so weird. Like even in hindsight now, it was like weird that it was like, okay, well if you're gonna do all this, why did you even go on the thing? You know what
Yeah
I mean? Like why would you even like get in contact with my boy Mason if you were gonna do all that? I don't know. I
yeah
don't know.
it is super
um,
lame, and not like it's also more lame that a it really feels like people only want to interact, like especially in like the comic space, they only want to interact with me if I'm only going to elevate them. Because I remember when I just contacting other like comic creators, and they just don't get back to me at all. They're just straight up ghosting after I did the
yeah,
after the drawing solo. Like I'm just trying to be on like some networking like junk, just trying to like make friends. A
yeah,
lot of
like
people,
be genuinely like likable, I guess.
yeah, just be genuinely likable. It's hard to be genuinely likable. It's easier to be genuinely likable in person than like sending DMs. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean like yeah people underestimate how like the DM, like the idea of the DM has definitely lost its sauce. Like I think back in the day, getting a DM, a direct message, was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it was
Yeah.
more personal than an email because you could respond right away. So you'd be like, oh shit, like this person sent me a DM, I have to respond, kind of thing. Nowadays, if you get like a ton of those, or like you're just not into the internet like that, or like you feel like you get a lot of spam or whatever, which like you can blame Zuckerberg and Elon and all these people who run these websites, or you can blame the scammers or whatever, whoever you got to blame for that, whatever. It's like diminished this idea of the DM to the point where like when you DM somebody, it's literally a coin flip on whether or not they'll respond. Or hell, even if they do respond, they'll respond to you like with this like vitriol because they don't know who you are, kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's like the sauce, like the positivity, the joy, or like not. I don't want to say joy, but like the excitement of a DM has completely gone away now. It's completely gone. It's to a point where you might as well you might get a better like more positive response if you sent anthrax to somebody's house, like for real.
Yeah.
Like if you
You'll
sent
get
a
a.
bomb to somebody's house, someone might be like, "What was this?" Like, you know what I mean?
You're more
Like,
like you're more likely to get a response just by finding their address and throwing a brick through their window.
yeah, literally a brick with like one of those was a piece of paper with like all those magazine letters cut out that says like I'm gonna kill you and your entire family. Like yeah, he'll DM you then, be like, hey man, what's this all about?
and and then you give them the pitch.
Yeah, and then you pitch some Just Reaper. Yeah, exactly. See, so you figured it out, Missy. You know, Missy, you know what you have to do now.
Yeah.
You know,
Might as
you know
well.
exactly
Might
what
as
you have to
well.
do. Might as well at this point. But no, yeah. I mean, we've been DMing people recently, and it's like even that has like been rough. Like, we haven't getting responses or whatever. Um, but again, in person, you know,
Yeah.
people have been kind of more receptive.
It's so funny. In person, people are like, whoa, you made a comic? You made a manga, dude? Yo, how did you even do that? But on the internet, they're like, yeah, so what? Like,
Yeah, but like on
it's
the
so
internet,
funny.
everything's oversaturated. Even with the
True.
comic and manga thing, it's like everybody can do that. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like so. I guess the only thing that's interesting about our stuff is the fact that they're black characters. But even that is like almost overdone because like once like black people started to actually like manga because you know what I mean. There was a time period where it's like if you were black and you liked any type of anime shit, like even now niggas like to pretend like that never was a thing where like what is it? Black people did not like that shit. It was like no. There was a time period where like if you were talking about like you talking about like, some Naruto shit, niggas was like, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Like for real. Like you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now that like black people like manga now, or whatever the case, like now people want to make like black manga or black like comic esque manga esque things
Yeah.
or whatever. But even that is getting oversaturated.
Oh man, I
Like
my
even that is getting oversaturated.
the favorite my favorite thing is looking at people make like those AI like like manga AI anime videos
Yeah,
that I've been getting on
yeah,
like TikTok, and I'm like, this is embarrassing. This is so
yeah,
embarrassing.
yeah. Because it's like, bro, it's like I'd rather you pick up the pen and like be trash than like make something that isn't yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not even. I'm like me and you are pretty much pro steal. Like we're pretty much pro thieves or
Yeah.
whatever. I remember we've talked about this before. I think we talked about this before on your channel before. Like you know what I mean. Copying is kind of like what you do as a creative. But like
Yeah.
at the same time, there's like levels to it where it's like there's a difference between copying and like thievery, and then like not even just thievery, but like laziness too, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have to put a certain amount of effort into a thing you're making. Like, you know what I mean? And when it's to the point where you're just typing it out and it's being created, it's like you lose any of the sauce of what the thought you're trying to put out as because
Mm-hmm.
you're literally letting something else create it for you. Like, oh, you're just relaying information at that point. And it's like I just feel like that's like kind of lame. That's just my opinion. Now, I understand that like I think we've also had this conversation on your channel about how like black people kind of are get the short end of the stick creatively, so they're kind of late to certain shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the AI thing specifically. Like I feel like this is the first time black people are kind of like on top of it. Like you feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like with everything else, like the comic thing, like manga or whatever, it's like I feel like black people were really late to it. So it's like there's not a lot of good like black manga or great black comics other than Dwayne Duffy shout out to the dog, like you know what I mean, rest in peace, the homie. But like other than that type of stuff, it's like they're kind of late to that. With the AI thing, it's funny. It's funny because you'd think that like okay, black people are on top of it now. Maybe there might be a good black AI thing, but it's funny. It's like across all races, it's all dog shit. Like it's all trash. It's like interesting almost.
Wait, give me a sec.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now it sounds like my media source is like going crazy. Yeah, right now it sounds like.
Oh no.
Give me a second. Okay, now everything should be good.
All right, good.
Sorry about
I
that,
just want
everybody.
to.
Okay,
Yeah,
you were
sorry to put
saying?
that on you. Yeah. Anyway, though, I was saying that it's funny that like AI is like dog shit across all races. Like even with black people being on top of it, they're still trash. Like, and they can't. And it's not like they're like they can get any better either. It's like they're trash along with the whites and like the Indian dudes, the white nationalist Indian dudes, and the what is it? The white nationalist Mexican dudes who use AI. It's like everyone's trash on AI. It's like none of it's good. Like I think
Yeah.
Kanye is the only one who's made it work a little bit, but like even that is like not that good either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if anybody's
It's like
wondering
funny
what's
how that
going
works.
on in the video in the stream, I'm working on like Chimera Island thumbnails for the cover, and like I can't really stream that because I gotta change up the whatchamacallit. So what everyone's gonna be looking at is a loop of the motion comic. So you guys will have visual stimulation for your
Wait,
ADHD.
wait, you can't show that? Why?
No, because I have to like aim the camera to my sketchbook, and I don't have a
Oh,
rig for
okay.
that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah, so no, like for me, I don't know. I don't think anybody will get me to like. I don't love. I am so neutral on AI. I just don't care because I'm not making money.
Hmm.
I'm still not making money at the end of the day, right? And I get like, I'm not gonna be like
That's fair.
because I'm not gonna be confused why people feel one way or another about it. Me personally, I'm like I need to see my bank account grow for in order for me to care. If it affects the way that I'm making money and how I make whatever I need to make, right, negatively, it's not even an issue for me. Until that
Yeah, fair
happens.
enough.
Until that happens. Like aesthetically I don't really like it. I think it like AI understands like the rule of cool, but it doesn't understand the detail. It doesn't understand the detail, and that misunderstanding of detail makes it a lot of things stuck in the uncanny valley. And plus,
Well, it's like,
people just also don't like the idea of having all this AI like replacing human, like replacing like human ingenuity, which is also a very weird thing. I think because like to quote like DSP, well, not DSP, yeah, Dark Side Fell. Like the whole point of like AI and having the machine is to like do all the work that people don't want to do, but like having AI do the work that like people want to do, like you lost the plot. Like what are we doing now? That makes no
yeah,
sense.
that is
Oh, yeah.
true. Like that's really the issue, is that like now you have people who otherwise like wouldn't want to do art are able to do art in a very like quick succession. It's like, yeah, they're just putting out all this garbage, and now you got to watch out, and you have to literally be like people now have to be like, oh, is this AI or not? Kind of thing. Like, is this an AI movie? Is this an AI thing? Like, what are we looking at here?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Um, yeah, I try to look at it like in specific groups, kind of thing, which is why I even brought up the fact of like black people and like, you know what I mean, like in different like groups and people using it, because I feel like if you don't look at it, if you look at it too far, if you zoom out too quick, too far, it's like it is kind of a thing you don't have to give a fuck about. Like, you know what I mean? Or it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is like too much for me to even handle or whatever. So I look at it on like what like because I'm black, so I use it like, oh yeah, like how do my people use it or whatever, and the way they use it is fucking trash. It's not good, and they need
Right.
to stop using it actually. Um, or I compare it to how white people use it or whatever. But that's how I look at most things, because like in order for me to care about something, like I have to zoom in, because if I don't, like I can't give a fuck.
I
Like
feel
I really
like
can't.
I really feel like they should have rolled out AI content kind of like to black people first, kind of like reaction content. So like so
Low key,
like yeah, so
yeah, low
like
key.
it's like black people started the reaction content craze and everybody hated it and just give it 10 years. Everyone else will do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh man, what was that guy's name? Jinx, right? It was
Yeah,
Jinx, right?
Jinx. Yeah, just yeah, Jinx.
Dude, no, it was even worse than that. It was like Jinx made the reaction content. He was the first dude to do reaction content, and iDubbbz made that video on him where he was like calling him the N word or something. It was like it was going crazy on that nigga, and it was like it was one of those things where it was like yeah, it was really iDubbbz's fault actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I think Jinx was big at that point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fact that like iDubbbz put that like target on his back, it made everybody else want to do that, which is
Okay.
ridiculous.
S in the chat says AI quote AI is dog shit through all the races. He liked that quote, I guess. Uh
Yeah.
Timberland is yeah, Timberland is a heavy proponent of on the use of AI. And
Fuck Temple. Fuck that nigga. I don't even like him that much. Like, look, he's a goat, right? He's a goat, but fuck that nigga. What did he like hold? Like he's like a dude who's been hoeing artists for like for fucking a millennium at this point. I don't even know how old that nigga is. He might as well have been doing it since like the dark ages. Like that nigga's been hoeing all these artists for like a millennium. Of course he thinks AI is cool.
like, what did
What, he
Tim?
made that one Kanye beat or whatever, and he's like now he's like man. Fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck. I know we're supposed to
Yeah,
respect all of our older like black like producers and art, but like like them niggas turn into like white CEOs at some point, and I think people hate to admit that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
right.
at some point they go from being these like, oh, like, you know what I mean, these are the OGs, the old heads or whatever. They go from that to just being the niggas who are like who the niggas who like work with like Harvey Weinstein and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at some point we got to stop giving these people any type of what do you call that? Like any type of we got to stop listening to these niggas. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And it
Uh,
happens to every single one of our artists too. It happens to everybody. So,
I
you know.
remember seeing like I was on Twitter and I was seeing somebody say there was like a rapper that was dissing on Andre 3000 for not putting anybody else on.
Young Thug.
Yeah, Young
Come
Thug.
on.
Yeah, I think you
Who's
would know
Young
something
Thug?
about
Put
that.
some respect on Young Thug name, bro. Come on, nigga. The fuck?
I'm not into this like you are. Like you are.
Okay. All right, check me out, though. Explain that
Okay.
or whatever. So, check me out.
Okay.
Young Thug was a part of that giant Rico case. I don't know if you remember that. A couple years ago.
Okay.
YSL got in a Rico case.
Okay.
What is it? For doing a bunch of shit they probably shouldn't have been doing. Young Thug has recently got out. Um, and he's been under fire because people have been leaking his jail calls. Now, the reason why that quote is so asinine, the reason why that quote from Thug's jail calls, which by the way, let me put some context on that too. That nigga was in jail for about like 2-3 years. There's nothing else to do in jail. Just being real. Like there's nothing else to do in jail other than get on the phone and talk shit. So I'll put
Okay.
that out there. He probably didn't
Okay.
even fucking
Okay.
mean that,
So
really.
it was like an out of context type of situation.
No, hold on. But here's the other thing.
Okay.
It's out of context, quote unquote, because he's in jail. That's the only context. So
Hmm.
what I'm trying to explain to you is that jail, like you are usually you're out of your personality in jail,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
So
Okay.
the shit that you'd say in jail, you probably wouldn't say out in the outside world, which is why that quote is a little bit like you kind of have to give him a grain of salt. Like he could have just been talking shit, essentially,
Hmm.
kind of thing. But the reason why that quote is so asinine is like Young Thug is a descendant of the Dungeon family. And the Dungeon family was a studio in Atlanta where a bunch of artists came out, like a bunch of Southern artists came out. You got like Goody Mob, like CeeLo Green, fucking Killer Mike. You got fucking Future, which keep it a buck. Future, what I think Future's older than Young Thug, or maybe they'll be the same age. No, I think Future is a little bit older than Young Thug, and like Young Thug is like almost a direct descendant of Future, who Future is a direct descendant of Dungeon Family, which was started um by I don't think it was started directly by Outkast and a few other niggas. I think it was yeah, it was started by a couple other niggas actually. It was Outkast, um, organized noise. I think. I don't know. My head. I just got up, so I'm like fucking not thinking correctly. So if anybody hears this and you want to fact check me, go ahead. But the reason why the quote is very asinine is that like the nigga like Young Thug is dissing is like a nigga who started the whole like Southern movement of hip hop. If it wasn't for Outkast and all them niggas it wasn't for the Dungeon family and all them niggas, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like Young Thug wouldn't even be in this conversation right now. He wouldn't have been in that Rico. Just being real with you.
Hmm.
You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why that quote was so fucking asinine. The shit was crazy. I can't believe that nigga had the nerve to even say that in jail. Like I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? But also at the same time, like the idea of getting put on like that has differed it now like now that we've kind of traveled through time a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like being put on, you have to literally like be dick sucking an artist like as much as humanly possible, kind of thing. And if you aren't doing that, you're not putting them on, which is crazy because I feel like that wasn't what that was back in the day. Like back in the day, like being put on was like an artist being like, "Hey, this guy's kind of cool," and then letting that artist kind of show their thing. Nowadays, it's like you have to be constantly around your artist. You gotta like fucking like put him in everything. You have to basically do what Drake has been doing. But even Drake had a limit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Drake had a limit with certain shit. Where like, yeah, I'll put you on a feature or whatever. It's like, but let that be that. Like, I'm about to like you're not going to the Grammys with me, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not about to be a thing where I gotta carry you like around Toronto on my fucking shoulders just because you can fucking sing a melody. Like, that's not what the fuck we about to do. But that's how it is now. Like for example, like niggas like Ice Spice. I remember when Ice Spice came out or whatever, she got that song with Taylor Swift or whatever. Taylor Swift had her at the fucking like what is it, Kansas City Chiefs games and shit like that. Like constantly. Like and niggas was like, oh, it was like, oh well if Ice Spice isn't around Taylor Swift, like, you know, she really put him on or whatever the fuck. Like nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Like Taylor Swift didn't even have to bring her around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
but like that's how that works now. Like you have to literally be like on top of this person
Oh, so
constantly.
like you're just a
It's
hand,
fucking
like putting
ridiculous.
someone on is like akin to being their handler now.
Yeah, literally, almost literally that. Like you literally have to be like a handler for these niggas. And if you're not doing that, the audience is looking at you weird, and they're like, "Oh, huh." Like for example, right? Like in this case right now, right? Like even though we're writing partner, and I've known you for literally a decade, right now this would be considered you putting me on by putting on your stream, right? And
Yeah.
from that point forward, niggas would be looking at you like, yo, like where's Dope Man at? Like, yo, where's Matt at? Like, you feel what I mean?
Hmm.
If it was a thing where you were like trying to like hype up my thing, you know what I mean? Like let's just say we never did Just Reaper together. Let's just say we never knew each other for real or whatever, and you just thought I was funny or whatever. And you were like, oh, I'm hyping up his channel, da 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 da, or whatever. Niggas will be looking at you crazy if you didn't have me on like the next 5 videos type shit. You feel what I mean? Because if
Right.
you put a battery on my back, you put a target on me. You're like, listen, Matt's funny. Check him out. Now the niggas is like, well, if he's so funny, why isn't he on? Why isn't he writing on Khmer Island? Why isn't he writing on Purgatory Academy? Why isn't he doing X, Y, and Z for you? Type shit. And it's like that's just kind of how that is now. And it's like it goes into the parasocial relationship that comes with being in on the internet. Anyway, though,
Right.
regardless, though, it's like I'm going too far off the thing. I'm yapping. I'm a yapper, my nigga. That's how I work. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
int-
why Mason puts me on so I can talk.
yeah. So so you can talk, so I don't have to, and it's
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah, yeah.
Entertaining. Um.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also.
No.
Also. Oh wait, you were saying. You were saying.
Yeah. Anyway, though, regardless, this he was wrong for saying that he put the wrong nigga on blast. I'll just put it at point. Let me just make it that clear, and I'll end
Hmm.
it with that. Young Thug put the wrong nigga on blast. There was plenty of other niggas he could have said party. He literally could have said party. I don't know why he didn't just say fucking Cardi, Playboy Cardi. I don't know why he didn't just say that nigga. 'Cause that nigga is the most egregious of what is it? Not putting niggas on shit. But anyway though, go on.
Yeah. Okay. So, F's in the chat said this is going back to what we said earlier in the conversation about like the AI and black people and reaction
Mhm.
content. F's in the chat said who's Jinx. He asked who's Jinx. Jinx was like literally the proto, well, not proto. He was the first dude that to do reaction content, and well, not even the first dude to do
Yeah,
reaction content, but the first dude that kind of blew up doing reaction content. Who like
he might have been the first. He might have been a. He might have been the first. I'll tell you why. Because the reaction content he was doing, like reaction content at some point wasn't what it was. Like you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Like like nowadays reaction content is just getting in front of the screen or whatever. Back in the day, it was kind of like the way Jinx was doing it was like he was kind of doing it like how Kai Cenat is doing it right now, kind of thing. Just getting in front of the screen. Basically, what I'm saying is that like the reaction you see now is what he was doing way back in the day. So maybe he wasn't the first one to like, I guess, criticize a thing or like react to a thing or whatever. But he was the first one to really do it like in real time, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
he didn't edit it or anything. He just sat in front of the thing and would just be like, "Oh man, that's crazy. What? Whoa." Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of was the first guy to do that. Just being real about it.
The first guy to just say that. The first guy to say that's crazy to videos, to YouTube videos.
I mean, yeah, low key though, like low key, like shit. It's popping now, so yeah, he was the first nigga to do that.
True. True.
I
Okay.
mean, like shit.
Next S in the chat says like, so what would Drake do? Like, is real now? What is real now? He's asking like, what would Drake do? When you said like Ice Spice, what are you talking about? Like Drake, being with Ice Spice,
Hmm.
it'll be weird if Drake like didn't. Well, the way that Drake was moving, I guess. That was like
Okay,
comment on that one. Next is like Dre and Eminem saying like comparing like you and me to like Dre and Eminem. When you said like
essentially, yeah,
yeah, putting them on. And he said, "True, you look strange if you didn't collab with them more." Right, real. Yeah.
exactly. But because I think in our situation specifically, because I've literally known you, like I've known you since I was 15, so it's like it's a little bit different or whatever.
Hmm.
Like I've kind of been working with you for I've been working for you for half a decade at this point, right? But I've known you for about 10 years. Bro, I think I'm about to come up on about a decade, actually. Yeah, so I've known you for like 10 years, but I've been working with you for about five. So it is a little bit different. But I guess like if someone were to like put like labels on it, yeah, I guess this would be you putting me on. Because
Hmm.
you going out of your way to be like, hey, subscribe to Dope Man, this is Dope Man, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, niggas will look at you crazy like, well, it was like, okay, it's like you're putting him on and shit like that, but it's like, all right, well, where's he on the next video, my nigga? Like, why are you like, why are you only saying it the one time? It's like what, like, it's like we're not gonna follow him. Like we don't want to have to go out of our way to follow him. It's like you have to make us want to follow him, kind of thing. And like I said, look, I was bringing up with Ice Spice and Taylor Swift, but again, like Drake was doing that type of move where like the weekend used to write all of his like songs sometimes, like you know what I mean. Um, which the weekend got into a beef with that nigga over that shit because like Drake was like this is the problem with Drake, right? Is that like Drake is like such a like a monkey paw kind of guy, like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Where like if you make a wish on a star, like that nigga will make the shit happen, but he'll make you pay for it at the end of it. Like for instance, like the weekend I don't think the weekend signed to OVO at that point, but he got into contact with Drake or whatever the fuck. Drake was like, "Yo, fam, this shit got me cheesed. How good this shit is, fam, like
Yeah.
or whatever." And speaking of Toronto shit, and the weekend was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm Canadian as well, or whatever." And the weekend started writing some music for him or whatever while working on his own album. And like Drake, like at some point Drake was like, "Yo, I'm listening to your album and this shit is tight, bro." He's like, "Yo, let me take some of those songs." And like I'll say like maybe like half of his debut album he took for himself to put on Take Care, which is like one of his most popular albums type shit. Yeah, it was like it's like yeah, it's like and the weekend like he got some type of music like out off of that or whatever. But it was to a point where like he had to kind of like remake his own album kind of thing. And
Hmm.
like that's the monkey paw thing with Drake, where it's like if you fuck with that nigga, like he's gonna make you pay for it in some shape or form. Like whether it's like something like that or like putting you in a situation where you have to deal with like beefing with your friends because Drake doesn't like your friends or whatever the fuck. It's really weird. It's like he's such an odd nigga or whatever. I mean he's a good rapper, he can rap and shit like that, but he's such an odd nigga. And I feel like that's why niggas be like, you know what I mean? Like it's so comfortable dissing him right now because he was moving so weird for the past like 10 years. It's like why it's like yeah, it's like now if you're putting might as well, you know?
Monkey Paw Drake is a crazy statement. Says F in the chat.
Yeah, he's a monkey paw, bro. I mean, not because he's black. Well, he's white to me, but like so it's not racially. Well, hold on. Let me
Well,
let me take that back because I don't want to erase. You know how like bi erasure. I don't want to erase mixed people as well because I have mixed friends.
well,
Listen.
Some people would say he's not white, he's Jewish.
Okay, he did say that. I think he did say that. So I don't think you're wrong for saying that. I believe he did say that at some point. So
I'm just saying some people wouldn't call him white. Maybe he doesn't even call himself white.
some people in this very call would not call him white. Hmm. You know what I mean? It's like this is like a Scooby Doo mystery. You gotta pull up the mask. See who considers Drake white. Consider him Jewish.
Take off Drake's mask.
Based on this, you know.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh true.
I wish I don't know. I wish Drake was cool.
Oh, did you change your mic quality? Cause
Is it getting bad?
okay, yeah, it got better now. It
Yeah,
got
sorry.
better.
I had to put my phone on speaker because my headphones died.
That's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. No. Yeah. When you're, I don't know, man. Um. The internet's a weird place. Like this. Uh. Anything can be taken out of context. Anything can be taken a certain way.
Yeah.
That quote was crazy as fuck, though. I'm sorry. It was crazy.
I see
Like,
what
I
you
like
mean,
those, like,
but I don't, but you're crazy for thinking about that. But I see what you mean.
yeah, no, dead ass. I think that's
play
what it is. It's like, okay,
play
listen,
both
I see
play
where you're
both
coming from.
yeah, play both sides. They can always come out on top.
Yeah, dead ass. It's like that one always sunny joke or whatever. It's like both sides are gonna always come back on top. Yeah, man. No, no. Whenever you get me in my hip hop bag, I think you know this for me personally. Whenever you get me in my hip hop bag, I start going off. I don't know why. Is it anytime we start talking about some hip hop shit or like some like shit like that? I'm already on. I start going crazy. I'm like, fuck it. Um, but nah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes we would go crazy when it comes to like entertainment news, but like it's just been so boring. Like literally nothing literally nothing's been going
Yeah, what
on.
has been happening in entertainment recently? Yeah, you want to bring that bit back where we look at articles? Hold on, let me see. Let me see what's going on deadline here.
Yeah, cuz like I usually go to like Cartoon Brew and like animate like animation stuff, but like all that's kind of all that kind of sucks. Everybody's like kind of
No,
stuck
it's
in
like completely dead now.
it's
It
completely
is
dead.
completely dead.
Like they're like no one's talking about Western cartoons. It's all talking about things that happened like 10 years ago. like like
Yeah, they're
culture.
like, hey man, fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender is pretty good, right?
Oh
And I'm
my
like, okay.
gosh, it's so funny every time that there's like a new Avatar stuff, like a new Avatar like project that they keep saying that's gonna come out. It's not as interesting as the first thing. It's like they like throughout the years they can never top the first Avatar run. Like they keep trying to bring it back in like different iterations, but it's never good. It's so weird to do
Who do
that.
you blame for that? Do you blame? I blame Nickelodeon per se because I think what's happening here is that after after the movie after the movie like Nickelodeon has been kind of like forsakening them. Like you know what I'm saying? Where they're like, oh man, like come back with Korra, and they're like, okay, and then they do it, and it sucks dick, and they're like, oh, well, now we have to try again. Like they're in perpetual motion machine of trying to top the last thing that they did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, no, it's
Because
like
of the movie.
okay,
It literally was
so
the movie's fault.
okay, so the thing about Korra is like they wanted it to do like they wanted it to be one season, but Nick was like, "Oh, this does good numbers, make another season." But the writers were like, "We only written it for be like for the story to be open and shut in one season." like,
Exactly. Yeah. It's like that's what this whole thing is. It's a mini series essentially.
oh man, but like I think it really was like a Star Wars situation where like every like all the people that made the first series good, they probably left or they didn't come back. And now we're just left
Yeah.
with the creators that was just bouncing off of like everybody else's energy. You know what I mean?
True.
That's what I think.
True.
That's what I
I
think
think
what's happened.
yeah, it's like it's kind of funny because like a lot of people are really pro this like, oh yeah, oh the original creators are back. It should be good then. It's like no, it's like it really like these things are really lightning in a bottle, where it's like everybody everybody has to be in a specific position to make something good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that creators can't make things good again, like you know what I'm saying with different
Hmm.
teams. Like, but like you want the original Avatar, yeah, you're gonna have to bring everybody from 2005 back
Yeah,
to like you know what I mean, make that shit work. You
I
feel
don't
me?
know. I kind of want to say like the head guys were just not that good writers, good of a writers, because like they keep getting like attempt after attempt, and they're just not really, and they just don't hit it.
But hold on though. Check me out though.
Okay, go ahead.
Are they not good writers or are they given bad notes?
That's also true. That can also be true.
Because I feel like what's happening with Avatar again, like Nickelodeon ever since the movie has been like forcing these people into situations where they're like, oh, now we have to make the other one good. Oh shit, like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like they're like, oh man, the movie sucked. Now we have to make a good show so that like the fucking what is it? Legacy isn't destroyed. And then like Korra wasn't that good, so they're like, oh
I
fuck, now
mean,
we have to make another series.
I mean, they have like their own. I think they have their own Avatar studio now, which is like insane. Like that
Yeah,
they're.
which is ridiculous. I don't know why they
That's
did that.
like the first season is like their Fortnite. Honestly, that like that makes perpetual money, so they can just keep
Yeah,
doing. They just keep doing like garbage.
I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender wasn't like that big. Like it was big. I don't want to say it wasn't big, but it was like was it ever really meant to be this media franchise?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It like force like it was one of those. It was one of those stories that like it knew it was to be that, but like
Yeah,
the
that's
but
what
the.
I'm saying though. I felt
Mhm.
like Avatar, like The Last Airbender, was supposed to be like a let that be that story. Like this is just what happened in this time, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it is very weird, like
Yeah.
that they're like trying to turn into this like big like franchise thing, and here's the spinoff of the spinoff of the spinoff. It's like no, we really only needed to hear from Aang. Like we really didn't need to hear from Korra, really, and we really don't even need to see these new avatars. To keep it a buck with you, like it
Yeah. Oh yeah.
really
They.
doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. I remember they just keep bringing up like they try and bring back like old avatars like Kyoshi and all that.
Yoshi, yeah. Okay, Kyoshi, they could have just did a special for her. Like they just could have did a special. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it didn't have to be a big thing. Like it doesn't have to be a fucking movie. Cause then what? What? Like once you do that story, then you have to make like a bunch of other like you know what I'm saying? Like Kyoshi Part Two. Like you know what I mean? The Revenge or whatever. Like I'm not. No, it's like nigga, just do the one special and leave it like that. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. F in the chat says we have a saying that goes like, to the place we're happy, you shall not try to return to.
That's a banger saying. I like that. Say that saying again, because I'm about to use that every single day. Hold on, what was that?
To the place you were happy at, you shall not try to return to.
All right, well, I'm using that every day. Thank you.
Yeah, wake up and choose violence every day.
Yeah, yeah. Wake up, and go straight to hell every single day. Do
Bro.
not pass go. Go to jail.
Oh my gosh. Create good thing and then leave that good thing and and leave it. Start a fam. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
to your loft apartment and set your head on fire.
Start a family, raise the kids till like they're 5 years old, then leave for another family. Rinse and repeat.
Like yeah, leave like right when they're able, like right when your kids are able to like have memories. Yeah, then leave. Like right when they're able to be conscious and like they like you. Leave.
Yeah, but as soon as they start forming memories, leave.
Yeah, get out of there. Go for some cigarettes.
Like,
It's funny that like that was like the excuse that dads were using to never come back. Like, hey, I'm about to go get some cigarettes. Like, and then, like
no,
that was the like.
no, that saying might be like the new saying for deadbeat dads.
I know, that's what I'm saying though. It's like it's funny. Like it's funny that was the saying.
Oh my gosh.
You know why it's fucked up? It's like this is like it's like generationally fucked up for me because when I used to smoke, I used to always say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get some cigarettes," and then everyone's like, "Oh, you're making a deadbeat dad joke." It's like, no, no, I'm just a nicotine addict. It's, it's like, no, I love my kids. I'm just helplessly addicted to nicotine. I don't know what to say.
It's like I'm gonna get some cigarettes. Like, do we need to have an intervention, Matt? It's
Yeah,
like,
like, dude, it's like, Matt, what do we have to do to like stop this? It's like, no, no, no. It's like, no, I love my kids. It's just that like I want to die from lung cancer.
my kids are called Black and Miles, Marlboro,
Yeah,
and Camels.
yeah. I named my kids Marlboro.
I gave my kids Marlboro. I mean, I named my kids Camel.
Yeah, look at the Camel Crush. 500. I think it's Camel Crush 500. Yep, that's my son.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
named my daughter Virginia Slim.
You forgot about his daughter, Lucky Strike.
That's my granddaughter, Lucky Strike. That's my daughter's daughter, Lucky Strike.
Man.
Oh man, cigarettes are hilarious.
I'm looking at Animation Magazine. It's crazy seeing GalaxyCon having a an article written about it. It's about the it's about the
The Raleigh one?
well, GalaxyCon is kind of like a national thing. So like
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I'm like, this one.
Yeah, but they have conventions in Raleigh. And it's about like
Oh,
the I think I told you about this. Like they're doing an AI. No, I didn't tell you about this. I told you like this year everybody had a problem with like like all the vendors selling AI art and just AI merchandise.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the point where I said like the only people that can afford to like have a booth in these like kind of conventions are the people that are just prone to scamming. Like in order to
Yeah.
have like that knows like how to scam people. But it seems like the leader of GalaxyCon noticed and they just put like an outright ban on it. Wait, hold up. GalaxyCon, the consumer fan engagement company behind the numerous events across the country throughout the year, has announced a ban on all AI generated art from its shows. Effective immediately. This ban applies to artists, exhibitors, and guests at the Relay Convention roster of shows, including GalaxyCon, Nightmare Weekend, Anime, uh, and Superstar Comic Conventions. GalaxyCon has updated its terms and conditions for anybody exhibiting, as it has a zero tolerance policy towards AI art. That's good. That's kind of
Yeah.
good.
Who sent that complaint in?
I think
That's what I'm really thinking about.
no, I think it's just because of I think it's just because like people just made it so much of a noise on TikTok of like everywhere they went at a GalaxyCon, they it was just people selling AI art wall to wall. Oh hey,
I'm surprised that didn't happen at DreamCon. Honestly.
Luke for you gaming. What is this? Oh yeah, hey Luke for you. I'm working on thumbnails over here, but because like I can't really show this, I can't really show this. Right now I'm just working on the thumbnails of Chimera Island, of the cover of Chimera Island, and what you're seeing right now is just chapter one on loop. So
Yeah,
just
well, we talked about AI.
yeah, and I'm also here with my friend Matt, and we're just talking about like we're just talking shop and like AI and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're just talking shit.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, like you said, you saw a lot of stuff at like DreamCon, a lot of AI stuff at DreamCon, which I'm not
No, I
surprised.
said I was surprised I didn't see a lot of stuff at DreamCon.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was kind of the right place for that. Actually, I don't think about it.
I think the only time I saw AI stuff at DreamCon was like when dudes were trying to like shove their like business cards of like whatever lame like AI anime series that they wanted to push.
Yeah, that was dude. That's what it was. Like, yeah, you didn't really see a lot of AI in booths or anybody selling AI. It was a thing where like if you because we so for context for anybody watching, me and Mason went to DreamCon and we did backpack vending where we were backpack vending comics.
which was
And so
which was
whenever you
kind
come
of
up to
crazy.
somebody,
Can I say something? Which is kind of crazy
yeah.
that they like not even the security cared that we were doing that. They even
Oh
encouraged
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We were walking up with like backpacks full of anything, and they
yeah.
were like, "Oh, word,
It
all
was a
right, cool."
see-through backpack full of books, and even and the security guards were like, "Oh, you guys make comics? That's cool." Like,
Yeah, no, it was fun. You know what was funny about it is that I remember the Mexican lady. It was like this old, like very old, like Mexican lady. Like I walked through the thing. I had went out and I had came back in or whatever. So I was walking through or whatever, and the Mexican lady was like open the book bag, and I was like okay. And I opened it and she looked and she grabbed the comic and she was just like she's like, oh, you're bringing this in here, and I'm like, yeah, and she was like, all right. She's like, all right, go ahead. Like she almost like made a thing of just like it's like, oh, you're bringing books in here, you fucking dork. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Fucking weird. I was like, it was almost like I'm like, this is the nerd convention. How are you gonna like? Why are you like? Why are you like calling me out?
like she
Like
was
you
like,
call niggas dressed as like Naruto, and then you're like, oh, you're reading books in here, you fucking dork. Why don't you get some pussy? Like,
off the wake up too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh, don't make me tell that story. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
Off the wake up, Jesus Christ. It's funny that we're still saying that to this day.
Like the audacity
Oh
of
man,
doing
off
that
the wake up.
at a nerd convention. I mean,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people at that nerd convention had a lot of audacity,
Oh,
to say the
for
least.
sure.
To say the least.
Yeah, there was that. There was remember that fucking streamer that was going around harassing people. You didn't even see it actually. I don't even think you saw it.
No, I was chilling at the YouTube section like the entire time.
Yeah, no, like dude, there was this streamer harassing people. It was like this big bald guy or whatever. I didn't see it per se, but people kept talking about it. They were like, "Yo, there's this like streamer dude who like snuck into the convention and was just like harassing the ladies and shit, and he was streaming it and shit." And yeah, niggas was really upset about that as they should have been. And yeah, they still haven't banned him or whatever.
How the
All
heck?
the streamers there were annoying as shit.
Oh yeah, even the streamers didn't even know like why they were there. I That's what made me so bitter. That's one of the things that made me so bitter, man. Like
Yeah,
the streamers that were there, it felt like they didn't even know why they were there.
it was fucking annoying because it was like they were taking up so much space too. Like it wasn't it was like it was weird because it would be different if they were there streaming and then they were also interested in the comic world. Like you know what I mean? They were interested in DreamCon
Yeah,
essentially.
like people like DreamCon isn't really a comic thing. It's like a cult, like a pop culture thing, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's almost like pop culture
dude,
essentially.
yeah, and like the fact, I don't know. I feel like if you were a streamer and you wanted to make content, the places that you would just hit up would either be like the nonstop party. You would like probably play games at the arcade. Also, I will always say this: it's so funny how in every Comic Con that I went to, there's always a gaming section where people just like play fighting games. Like, it's,
Yeah, yeah, and they say nothing to each other.
yeah, they say nothing to each other,
Uh,
which is kind of cool, I guess. And you would either be at the arcade, the fighting games. Just like there's literally so many things that you can do to show how much of a human you are just by interacting. There's just so many people to interact with and so many avenues to interact with people in. But like people who are streaming, I just see them like walking around the halls, like down the street.
yeah, they were walking around the halls, or if they were doing anything that's like interesting, they were like just harassing people. Like you know what I mean? Just like, hey, would you fuck Duke Dennis or would you fuck fucking Zoro from One Piece? And they'd stick a mic in somebody's face or whatever. We did a couple interviews, didn't we?
Oh
You
yeah, I
did a
did a
couple
cut.
interviews, actually.
Dude, I hope none of my interviews come out because like I'm a psychopath. Every time someone asks me a question, I say like I say like the most freaking like I make the interviewers regret asking me questions.
You know what's funny? It's the funny thing about you is that like niggas should have never gave you a mic.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy of like don't give me the mic unless you want me to ask unless you like have a question about business or like how to do things. Like, I'm the guy. If you want my opinions on anything, I'm not your guy because you're not gonna like my opinions at all. You're out. You're like you're
It's
out.
funny how you
You're
go either way.
like you're basically asking a philosopher. You're basically asking a scientist like how to do philosophy. That's not what they're there for. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it is interesting. Because I remember, it was funny because I remember we were walking around DreamCon, and what's funny? You should probably clip this and upload this as an individual video. But like,
probably, yeah.
it was funny how we were walking around. I was walking around DreamCon or whatever, and I ran into you. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man? What you doing?" or whatever, and you're just like. And you're like, yo, I just did an interview. I hope that shit never come out. I'm like, you're like, I don't know. Like, you're like, I don't know, man. Like shit, I hope it doesn't come out. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, bro, we just got money. What the fuck are you doing? Oh shit, bro, that was funny as hell. This one was the most interesting. It was weird. It was weird. I remember, what is it? There was like a rapper, running around the top floor of DreamCon with a crowd of people, and I started following them, and they were like filming a music video. I think. I wonder if I'm in that video. Maybe I can find it one day. But like, I'm in there and I'm running, and I'm like throwing up the book and shit. I'm like doing stupid shit, or whatever. And I remember I ran past a security guard or whatever, and I stopped or whatever because I was just tired of running, and I was about to catch up with them, and I heard the security guard said like, I hope they stop doing that or whatever because we might have to call the cops. And I'm like, I'm straight. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And I was immediately like, I'm good. Like, them niggas can get arrested, not me. I'm good. But
No.
I don't know what the police do to niggas in Texas. I don't want to find out. I'm just gonna go to the arcade or the manga room or whatever and read events.
Dude,
just leave it like that.
like I'm telling you, like it's like DreamCon was like your very first convention too, and like I've been to a couple conventions. Like DreamCon is just a block party. That's literally what it is.
It literally is. Like no cap. I've been to some parties, and it just reminded me of parties essentially.
Yeah, it's
like,
not.
Except that niggas were like a little bit softer. But no. You know what's crazy though?
Mm-hmm.
There was like real live niggas in there, and I'm like, what are you niggas doing here, bro?
Dude,
like, niggas in that motherfucker. I'm like, what are you guys? Like, I feel
like those niggas were just there because their girl wanted to be there, and they're just protecting their girl. That's my headcanon.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But it was like there was just like niggas in there, and I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, this is not the place for you. Like, you don't have to be here, my nigga. You know, like, you would see them like be in like stand in line or some shit, and a nigga would get too close and be like, yo, man, what the fuck? I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, bro, like. You don't gotta keep that energy here. That nigga's dressed as Pikachu.
It's like this nigga's dressed as Princess Peach. I don't think you want. I don't think like it's worth it.
You don't want beef with a nerd, like with a dude nerd who's dressed as Princess Peach. Like that's not the vibe that you need to bring. like, what are you doing? No, it was just straight up niggas in that motherfucker. I was confused because I'm like, do you guys even like? Because they weren't dressed up for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was kind of like looking at the hoes or whatever. Because, like, there was some point at DreamCon, I think me and you did this. Like, we were just people watching at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were just sitting down and watching people or whatever. And there was a few situations where I saw, like, niggas, they weren't dressed up as anything. They were just, like, chilling and just looking at the bitches like, oh, man, she kind of fire, da-da-da-da-da, or whatever. And I'm like, what are y'all niggas doing here? I was so lost. I'm like, did you buy the ticket to, like...
Just, like, look at women? Like, just...
Yeah, and it's not like they were talking to them.
That's so weird.
Yeah, at some point it was just stalking. Like I'm like, and then, but I can't say anything because I'm just watching them niggas do that. Like I was almost like watching like Animal Planet or some shit. Like, I'm like watching these niggas just like, oh man, she fire or whatever. Oh man, she got a fat ass. Da da da. Bro, remember when da 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 or whatever. I'm like, bro, what are you doing here, bro?
Oh wait, are you talking about was this happening when I was like getting the pizza? Like
maybe.
Yeah, because like I know that like getting that pizza was like taking so long, and like I think 2 slices were like $15. Like 2 slices and a soda, it was like $15. And I'm like, dude, the previous day we had like 3 burgers from Whataburger, and like 3 dude. The previous day we had like 3 burgers from Whataburger, like with fries and like large drinks.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we like, and all of that was like $15. Like,
No, that was weird. Yeah, so like anyway, like we were at the Airbnb or whatever, and like I think it was after the first day where we like sold nothing, so we were like extra depressed or whatever. And we
yeah.
no. Was this Thursday or was it that Friday?
I think it was
That
day after
Friday,
day.
right?
It had to be after day one.
Okay, yeah. So it was after that Friday, and like so me and Mason we were just like dejected. Mason was like, let's get us some Whataburger or whatever, and then like we got like $15 worth. We got like basically all we wanted was just two combos. But the
Yeah.
nigga came over and he gave us like four burgers. It was a lot of shit.
No,
It
it
was
was
like
like
four
no,
burgers,
no, no, no.
four
It was
fries.
no, it was like it was three burgers. We just split like the third one.
Yeah. It was weird though. It was like a lot of shit. And he was like, here. And I'm like, is this somebody? I thought it was somebody else's order because it wasn't even close to what we ordered. Like
We were.
we had got like specific shit.
That was just the Lord blessing us. That's all. That's all I'm gonna see it. That's all I'm chalking it up as.
Yeah.
It was gone real
I don't know
quick.
what the
We.
statute of limitations is on robbing Whataburger, but yeah, or stealing somebody's order. So
I don't know.
maybe
I
it
don't
was
know.
our order. That was weird.
Yeah, but like convention food stays being expensive for no reason.
Yeah, no, I remember when no, you weren't there for this. I had got the Megan Thee Stallion alcohol because I was like bored, and that shit was like it was damn near $15 for the shot. That shit was crazy. It was like a drink or it was like a shot or a drink or whatever. Regardless, it was expensive as fuck. I drunk that shit, and I'm like, this shit was not worth it. I'm like, unless Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to come out here and feed it to me, like I like this shit was not worth the price, bro. Like I can't believe that like niggas. Well, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I can believe it because niggas that line for the cardboard cutout of Megan Thee Stallion was like literally like I don't know how to. It was like 3 blocks long. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That was fucking ridiculous. Remember that? The line for the
Oh
Megan Thee Stallion
yeah,
cutout.
that was so freaking weird. I that didn't make any sense
That
outside
was like
outside of
specifically like
outside of like that didn't make sense outside of like understanding that she was supposed to be there. But I'm pretty sure.
no. So the story, okay. So the story how it's supposed to go, right? Was
Hmm.
that like, I like what happened? What happened was niggas kept saying that she was supposed to be at that little uh thing when she really wasn't supposed to be there. She was supposed to do something else, but like people kept harassing her on the DreamCon Instagram or whatever, like Free Tory Lanez or some shit. And so like I guess people got the confused with some other thing she was supposed to do. But she ended up doing like a podcast panel or whatever where she was talking about like making an anime with Carl Jones, which
Yeah.
that was whatever, I guess. Um but yeah, no. Yeah, there was like a line wrapped around the block for this fucking like alcohol thing where you could take a picture with a cardboard cutout of Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. And they wouldn't give you the alcohol for free, by the way, if you walked in there. You had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, even if you had the VIP.
That's
Which is
stupid.
ridiculous.
That is, well, yeah, whatever. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, F's in the chat says that reminded me of when I met Jellybeard on a Comic Con. Jellybeard, Ladybeard. Who's Ladybeard?
Who's that?
I'm pulling out the.
Pull up here.
Wait. Oh, Ladybeard, an Australian stunt actor, professional wrestler.
Oh wow. That sounds pretty cool.
On a Comic Con, 7'3", 7'3" guy dressed as a Japanese girl. Oh, that's who he is.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I guess that's his mo. He's like he's like a just a huge guy, and his shtick is like dressing up as a Japanese, like white guy, dressing up as a Japanese girl and wrestling people.
Good for him.
That is,
There's not a lot of gigs for 7'3" guys.
you know what? Yeah, either have women swoon over you for being 7'3", or dress as a woman and fight guys. There's no in between.
You either dress as a woman or you fucking wrestle people,
Or he could have joined the NBA. I'm sure that there would have been one team that would have took him. You know?
Yeah, just one. Because it's not about skill anymore. It's about being like a tall freak. That's not mean. That's not nice. I take that
That's
back.
all freaking nature.
It's all freaking.
Get out of here, tallie. That's what you say every time you see a tall person.
Yeah, discriminate against tallies.
Get tall. Oh man, Mason, you're a bigot, bro. I always said that about you. You have a lot of bigoted ideas. No, but back to DreamCon. Yeah, no, the Megan Thee Stallion thing was weird. I saw some guy get his badge ripped off of him. Like, I snuck into the I'm Dante panel, which I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's like a streamer or whatever. And it was like a panel for all of his friends. He brought his wife there too. It was actually interesting. Like him and his wife are like a couple, like a YouTuber couple, I guess. And so he brought his wife up there, and they were doing like a Q&A or whatever. And by the end of it, he was like, "Hey, if you want a picture, come up here or whatever." And everyone like ran up there or whatever. And then I was talking to one of the security, the volunteer guards or whatever, and I was just telling him about animation or whatever because he was really into animation. And what is it? This dude who came up to me, and came up to us and was like, "Yo, some nigga just ripped my fucking premium badge off of my neck, bro. What the fuck?" He was like mad as fuck about the shit, or what she should have been. Cause I don't know, the nigga just jealous because I got bread or whatever the fuck. I was like, "Damn, bro," or whatever. And yeah, he had to end up. I think he had to go to the like main office or whatever. And I don't think they helped him. I think they didn't. They end up didn't helping him. Or they
Dang.
ended up not helping him or whatever.
Like he got his badge ripped, and like the security guy was like, "You let that happen."
Yo, you let He's like, "Yo, don't let that shit happen to me though." I mean, low key, that's kind of what they said. Because I don't think I saw him ever again after that point.
Dude, oh man, that sucks.
But no, DreamCon is like DreamCon is like the worst managed con according to the folks, according to the people who've been there, I guess. Like people really don't like the way DreamCon is managed. Actually, you know what?
You know what's funny? You know what's so funny? Like people say, like I've been hearing like DreamCon is like the worst managed one, but like the DreamCon we went to was like the best one. Like, it's the worst because people will be like, "Yeah, this is like my third year going to DreamCon, and I gotta say this is the best one," and it's still like a pretty bad managed convention. So I'm like, that's really cool.
I don't think it's like, I don't know, like me being there, right?
Right.
Like unless you're like really like comfortable around like this is the only way I can say this. It's like unless you're like comfortable around like black people, I guess.
If
like,
you can relax around blacks, this is for you.
Yeah. Oh, if you're like a white supremacist, I guess, like you're not gonna like DreamCon. No, but like it is literally one of those things where it's like if you literally are not comfortable around like black people, I can see how maybe like it's uncomfortable. I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of see where people are like, all right, this is like ugh, like this is a lot or whatever. But it's like if you've been around enough, like you just know this is how certain shit goes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's almost like I don't know how necessarily I can blame the management per se. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at some point it is just like it's like, well, like if you're trying to make a space for black people, this is the space for black people. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say that black people act like are fucking wild, but it's like yeah, sometimes niggas want to like dance and have fun and shit like that. And like yeah, and sometimes niggas aren't gonna get along and shit. it's like I didn't see too many fights. I mean, I heard there was a lot of fights, but I didn't see too many fights.
I'm like, I
Uh,
remember before we went to DreamCon, you were like, "Oh man, Mason, you ready to ready to throw down?" I want to see.
oh yeah, I did say that. I did
Yeah,
say
you
that.
were like,
Well, okay.
I wonder what their policy is on like having knives around. Like,
Yeah, okay. Well, I said that because we're gonna be carrying the money, and I was
okay,
like,
yeah.
niggas, yeah. And it's like we're both pussy, so it's not like like I'm like we both look pussy. So I was like, yeah, maybe we should have some type of weapon on us because there are gonna be niggas who want to rob us. Which like we ended up getting scammed. That's a whole nother story that I won't even tell on this motherfucker. But
Yeah,
like
okay, yeah,
yeah, well, that one's going to the grave or
yeah.
until I
To the
feel like telling
grave,
that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Until we meet
Or
him
until I feel
again.
like that until I tell him that one. Whatever. Anyway,
Until,
though.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
give us, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was
Don't,
like,
yeah. My power chat is in the YouTube description. Donate $100 so we can tell that story.
yeah, yeah. No, wait, don't hundred $200. That's how much I got robbed.
Yeah, 200. Yeah,
Um,
donate $200.
yep. If you want to hear the story of us getting scammed, which by the way, it's not that interesting of a story, not to undersell, but it's one of those stories where like if you listen to it, you're like, you're a fucking idiot, man. Like you're really dumb.
We
But
were,
at the same time, it's
dude.
almost like
We were tired and dejected. So like,
okay,
it
okay,
was
okay.
literally the
Yeah,
perfect
okay. I'll
storm.
say this much: like that story is like the peak of us being like depressed. Because by that point, like me and Mason had like I had me and Mason had spent like a collective like $2,000 to get down to Texas, and we sold nothing. Like we got no money.
I
So
feel
like
like
it was one of
you
those things where
like I will say
yeah.
that like I will always say this when like every time I said people say like how's DreamCon, I felt like we made more money giving the books we made more money giving the books away than actually trying to sell them.
I'm laughing because it's true. Like, it was really like that last day when we were like we were like, all right, fuck it, we're giving all the books away. Now all of a sudden niggas like wanted to give us money, like, hey bro, like, thanks for the book, like, slipping 20s in our jackets and shit. Like,
And we're
bro,
like
this shit was crazy. You know what we should do? Let's do a recap of like every day of DreamCon and we'll like upload it as like a story on your thing. That I think that would be kind of funny. All right, check me out. All right,
all
listen.
right, okay.
So, like, we were planning on going to the DreamCon 2024. Remember the first time we were gonna go to 2024? Like we weren't even gonna go to 2025.
Yeah.
We are gonna go to 2024, and for whatever reason, I think like some work shit came up for me or something like that. Couldn't so that year I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy tickets early, and I ended up buying the tickets early. Then what is it? I scheduled some Airbnbs and shit like that of that nature or whatever, and I got the rent. We got a rental car too. I got us a rental car. I was like, oh man, we're gonna have a rental car so we can park anywhere we need to, get how many books we need to get out, and then get the fuck out. It's gonna be cool. Thursday comes, which is like the day before DreamCon. Thursday comes. I fly into Texas or whatever, and I don't even think you know this actually. When I go into Texas, I check my bank account and I look at my like statement or whatever or my transaction list, and I realize Apple took like all of my spending money.
Oh, Apple?
So yes, like Apple and like some other thing. It was like I had like $50. I had $50 that I was going to use to go to the Airbnb. The reason why I had $50 of spending money was because I was supposed to wait for my paycheck to come in that night. So here's what happened, right?
Right.
I get off the plane and I'm like, okay, I have $50 to go to my Uber or whatever. Those $50 is gone when I touch down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like calling around to my brother and I'm like, yo, do you got any like bread or whatever the fuck? And they're like, nah, like I'm sorry I can't spot you or whatever the fuck. Like what's going on? I'm like, yo, I'm in the airport or whatever. They're like, oh shit or whatever. Dog. So like I go to the Marriott in the airport and I'm literally like just walking around the Marriott. There's like people looking at me like, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, no, I'm just chilling. Like, all right, like you know what I mean? Like, all right, dude, like whatever. And so I just go in the bathroom and I'm literally like I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm praying to God that my paycheck comes through early for whatever reason. I'm like, just give me my money early, please, like, for the love of God. And God is good because 12 p.m. hit, I got my money. I got my money. I was
Okay.
like, oh my god, all right, thank God. So I take an Uber. I go to the Airbnb, and it's one of those things where it's like I've never been to Houston, Texas before, so I never knew how like the zoning laws are fucked up. And I think you can attest to this too, Mason. I
Yeah.
think we were directly in the hood. Like we were straight smack dab in the hood.
Oh
The
yeah.
Airbnb, I
I feel it looked like Hurricane Katrina just like swept through yesterday, like where we were at. like,
it
like
was like, listen, I have been in many hoods, like voluntarily and involuntarily in my life. That was the first time where I ever touched down in an area, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck. Like, we might have made a mistake. But you know what I mean? I'm not like pussy, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. Well, I'm just gonna go into the house or whatever. So I like have to basically like almost like finagle this gate open, and I walk to the back of the Airbnb, and it's like this like little shed area, like a guest house area in the back or whatever. And I go into the Airbnb, and the shit is small.
no, it
Now
was.
it was comfortable.
You know what's
Yeah,
the thing? It was a shed cut in half. It wasn't just a shed. It was a shed cut in half.
It was like, yeah, it was a shed like made into this like little like guest home. So it was like the square footage was so small. Like it was smaller than I thought it was supposed to be. Like cuz I paid for it, and I was trying to get an entire house. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was my thing. I was, oh, we're going to ball out, we're going to get an entire house or whatever. And so I thought that the house I was getting was going to be a little bit bigger. It was going to be like maybe like a 2 bedroom apartment. That's how big it was going to be, kind of thing. So I'm like, okay. And so when I came in and I found out it was like half a shed, I was like, oh shit. And then as I walk in, the fucking like shower head is like off of the wall. And I'm asking the Airbnb guy, I'm like, hey, like, yo, like, I'm gonna fix this. It's like, but I'm letting you know, like, your shit is falling off the wall. And he was like, oh shit, just let me know if something else happens, man. I'm like, all right, I guess. And so I'm basically waiting for Mason to come to. He was coming from Raleigh. I was coming from Charlotte, North Carolina. So I was just waiting for Mason to come in. So I'm like, you know, let me go pick up our badges while I'm waiting. And so I go into the city. I take an Uber to the city or whatever. And I think that's when you land, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's when I was landing. I was in the airport. I was making my way to the whatchamacallit, the pickup, picking up the rental cars.
Rental car.
Yeah, I was picking up the rental cars. And the one thing, when I made my way to the rental cars, I was like, "Hey, I'm here to like pick up a car. We made an appointment." And they're like, "All right, cool. Here's a we need you to make like a payment in advance." And I was like, "A payment in advance?" Like, because I was using like a debit card, and I was
Yeah, and
like,
side note, hold on. Side note, by the way, I had already paid for the rental car in full
yeah,
online in front of Mason.
right.
So like, we already knew it was done. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought was yeah. Since we made that payment up front, I thought like, "Hey, I'm just gonna pick it up and be on my way." But they were saying, "Okay, cool. Can you swipe your card?" And then they had like a $200, like around like $200 like insurance thing, like off the jump, just like if you're trying to pay with a credit, like with a debit card. And I didn't have $200 on my card at all. Like I was like really broke, like very. I'm still kind of broke. I was like very broke. Like I shouldn't even be out here that kind of broke, right?
Yeah, yeah. Even you know what's funny about that? Like, I wish you could see, but it was funny because like I remember when I first said like, yeah, let's go to DreamCon. You're like with whose money? Like, what the fuck are we gonna do to get out of the DreamCon, man?
Yeah. So they were like, okay, cool. I don't really have like I don't have the payment for to do it. And then she was like, "Oh, cool. Sorry about that." Like, and plus she was like, "Oh yeah, we also checked your credit score." Not so it was in a way that even if I had the money, they still wouldn't give it to me because my credit score was too low to like rent a car. So I was like, so like I called up Matt. It was like, yeah, Matt, there's gonna be a problem. We're not gonna like have a rental car like out here. And I don't know, like I wait, I know you were before I was going to the picking up the car. You're scoping out the area. You're scoping out the convention area.
No, so I think no. Here's what happened. So
Mhm.
I was at the Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
The reason why I went to get the badges is because you were waiting for your luggage. You
Yeah.
forgot that part. You lost your luggage, or they lost your luggage, or whatever.
Oh
Like, they
yeah.
took your luggage on the
Okay,
thing.
so like with the what happened with that? It was not really that interesting. They gave me this before. Like I don't know why they're doing this right now, but oftentimes when you're booking a flight, they say, "Hey, we're gonna need like some people to have their luggage underneath the plane to make more room when there's like a full flight." So I opted in like, "Hey, yeah, you can put my luggage under the plane, and I'll just pick it up after we land." But it was like I forgot how long that flight was. It was like a 5 hour flight or something like that. So by the time we touched down, like I kind of forgot that I needed to like pick it up from like the gate
Oh,
when
shit.
you leave. So they're like, hey. So I was like, by the time I realized it, I was already at the point of no return. Like like we're like on the shuttle part of the airport after the
Oh
point at the
shit.
point that like you can't return. So I went to the receptionist saying like, "Yo, how can I get my luggage?" And they said, "Yeah, you just gonna have to like wait for your luggage to come out out of the conveyor belt like everyone else's." And while I was waiting for my luggage to come out of the conveyor belt, more and more people were waiting on like beside me. And then that's when they made the announcement that they messed up on the conveyor belt. they, like they didn't like I don't know what was going on, but what essentially happened, nobody was getting their luggage for a while.
They
So
basically went on the intercom and like, excuse me, everybody, sorry to let you guys know, Al Qaeda stole your luggage. It's like they came back, they wanted revenge, they didn't want
yeah,
to do the
basically.
9/11 thing again. They just wanted your luggage. Sorry.
So I was like, you know what? While I'm waiting like an ungodly amount of time for my luggage, I'm going to the rental car place to pick up the rental car. And then after I get the car, I'm going to drive back here. Well, that probably wasn't a good idea, but after I get the car, I'm probably going to drive back, pick up my luggage, then go to the Airbnb, and we can plan out what's going on. So I went to the shuttle, not shuttle, but I went to the rental car place. They said, "Yo, we're gonna need more money up front because we don't trust you to have one of our cars." And I was like, "Okay, I don't have the money." And then even though when
No,
she tried to
wait,
help
I
me,
think the part you're missing
what?
too, like like they didn't originally say 200. They wanted $500 because you like. So
Yeah,
at first
it
they're
was
like, you need to pay up front.
yeah okay up front. Oh
Like,
yeah, that was right, $500. It was like 200, 500. It was amount of money that I couldn't even afford at that time either. You
yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
I remember I said I was gonna put up money, and then you said $500, and I'm like, nigga. I
Okay, that was it.
was like, I don't got that money on me right now. Like, I
Yeah,
barely got over here.
it was crazy, and they'll be like, they did say like they'll pay us back after we return the car. And I'm like, I don't have 500 money, so you can have, so you can like hold on to, even though we already made the payment, right?
Yeah, we had already made it, bro. How much was that? That was like what, like $400 or whatever the fuck I paid. It was so much money. It was already enough money. I was
Yeah,
like,
like a
dude, this is
deposit.
crazy.
Yeah, for a deposit for them to hold on to. After the chest to like a deposit or something. Yeah, something for them to hold on to because they don't trust me.
Yeah, something like
They
that.
don't trust people
To
with
hold on to.
debit cards. Like they only trust people with credit cards and with good credit at that. So I was like, you know what, whatever, whatever. So I had to call up Matt, being like, here's the situation, and Matt was heated.
And I was
Like
pissed.
Matt was heated, and I was like, all right, I'm. So I remember I was like, yo, we're here. We're not turning back. Here's what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna have to figure out something,
Yeah,
right?
there was a point. There was a point in that call where, like, if Mason wasn't on the phone, I would have full on crashed out. Like, it was. it was to a point where I was like, what the fuck? And Mason was like, no, like we already like we're down here, so it doesn't matter. Like we're already here, like we can't do shit. Fuck it. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
we either
fuck it.
sing.
All right, fine. And
we,
that's when I was going to drink. That's when I was going to go to the convention center
yeah,
to get the badges. Yes.
it's really funny how sometimes like I say stuff and I'm like, that's what something Travis would say, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, but yeah, I was like, I'm like, yeah, we're here. We gotta figure something out. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take an Uber to go to. I'm tired. I'm gonna take an Uber to go to the Airbnb, and after we get to the Airbnb, we can make up a plan of like what we're gonna do. So, like, I know you were just like scoping out at that time. You were scoping out
Yeah.
the convention, which was
Yes.
kind of
So at
funny.
that point, I go into the Uber, right?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, let's go to the city. I go to the city or whatever, and to look at the convention center or whatever. And so at some point, I call Mason or whatever, and I'm literally walking around the city. And I kind of look kind of sus, low key,
Yeah.
because like me and Mason were like, oh, we should find a place where we can stash the books since we don't have a car, just in
like,
case they don't let us bring it in.
like the most terrorist idea. Like, like.
Yeah, yeah, we were basically like trying to like Boston Marathon. It was fucking insane. I don't know why we thought that was a smart idea. So like a fucking idiot. Like I'm like literally like ducking behind bushes and shit. Like I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. Like, dude, I'm on the phone and I'm like talking to you like, no, that's not gonna work. Everyone's gonna see it. Like I'm like saying shit like that. Like walking around, and then like I'm also like talking to people. I'm like, hey, excuse me, brother. Like you think you'll park a car over here, bro? Like niggas like, no. Like what are you talking about? I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. All right, see ya. I'm like talking to people and shit. That was the most. That was so fucking stupid. Anyway, though, I got the badges. I stopped like walking around like Liam Neeson and Taken with the fucking phone, and I drive back to the Airbnb, and me and you meet up, and we're like, oh man, this is gonna be great. We have all the books. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna put them in the bags or whatever. Hopefully they won't take us out. This is gonna be a great day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go to sleep or whatever. I'm like, all right, Mason, you ready? And go to sleep. We wake up. It is fucking pouring rain.
Oh yeah. No wait, it wasn't over.
Stop.
No, okay. So we go to sleep. We wake up. We had a forecast saying it was gonna rain. Day one, official day one of the convention.
Yep.
And I was looking at the phone and saying like it was gonna be storming and downpouring. I was like, it was a time that was cutting it close to the opening of the convention center. So I was like, cool. We'll make our commute to the convention center, and as soon when we get in, then it's gonna rain. That's what I was expecting, right? Because that's what the forecast said. And so I was like, all right, Matt, let's I was like, all right, Matt, we got our bags. Oh yeah, and also that night I was counting up all the inventory that we had, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be here for 3 days. We're gonna carry like everything that we need to sell on our back for that day. Oh yeah, because like we kind of, oh yeah, we also I bought like see-through backpacks, and for us to carry around, and I think we kind of gone to a point where we were like, okay, we can't really put our bags, our duffel bags, our travel bags anywhere, right? So
leave them at the Airbnb.
yeah,
You have to use the bag.
yeah, we will just have to use a bag. So at that night, I was like counting up the inventory, and I was like dividing it into three. And when I divided everything into three, it was enough to carry everything on our backs, right, for that day. So I was like, here we go. Like, so here's what we're gonna do, Matt. We're gonna carry everything on our backs, and we're just gonna we're gonna take a train there because we noticed that we're walking distance from a train too, right?
Oh yeah.
So I was like, we're gonna take
yeah.
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 So we're
And
going
then
to
we
take the
walked
train.
through a neighborhood.
Yeah. So we're walking through the neighborhood
The neighborhood.
to the train. We're gonna take that train, and one of the stops is at the convention center. So and it will be like a little bit of a walk over there to there. So we got the whole commute route all settled, right? So we were like, all right, we're ready for day one. We hit a prayer, and then we make our way out the door.
Oh yeah. I forgot. We did the prayer. We were like a football game. Like we were about to go into the Super Bowl. We're like, all right, I'll go. Mason hit us with a prayer. Hit a prayer. Walk out the door. It starts fucking raining.
Yeah, we were like, it was a heavy overcast, and I was like, all right, this is looking ominous, but I was expecting this. I was expecting this, and then it just
What was
started.
funny about?
The
Can I say though? What was funny about it is that how quick it happened. Like
yeah,
it was like, all right, we hit the prayer and we step out the door and it's pouring and we're like, oh fuck.
yeah,
And we had to walk. And mind you, we had to walk through this fucking like wasteland of a neighborhood. Like no offense to Houston, dude, it was a wasteland of a neighborhood, bro. Like it was just like dogs everywhere and shit. It was fucking ridiculous. And so we were just stomping through there, like just like whoa, it's raining or whatever. And like we had to, we kept switching between like who got the umbrella and who got the like jacket or whatever to cover the books and shit.
dude, no,
We're like,
like
okay, well,
the
you're
cool
carrying
thing,
the book, so I guess you have to get an umbrella.
the cool thing about that is that we didn't need to have like to cover the books because like the backpacks that I got was plastic, right? And
Oh
then
yeah,
and that
that's
was
true.
and that was essentially waterproof in of itself. The books were just fine, which is really cool. Like I'm so
Yeah,
glad
yeah. It
for
ended up
that.
being that way, but yeah, getting like drenched
Yeah, we were just
was not
drenched.
safe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like when we went to the convention area, it was like it was really funny because it was a line. It was like covering a couple blocks, and they had everyone out in the rain.
Everybody, yeah, nobody,
Every
nobody had any
everybody
like
was waiting to go inside. Huh.
yeah, and the volunteer guards, the security guards didn't even give a fuck either. They weren't even trying to like they were not trying to get us in at all. Like niggas was like, bro, like get us in, like let us come in, and they're like, nah. It's like, no, you gotta wait. Like fuck it. Yeah, and we kept passing out business cards and shit in line. We're like, yo guys, check us out. Ha 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 ha.
We
Or whatever.
make
Remember?
yeah. I was like, yeah, we make manga, we make comics. I hate
Yeah, and some people were interested, but some people were like, some people were like, guys, it's raining. Like, I don't give a fuck for real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to deal with this kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we get into the convention, and like we're like, all right, cool. Like we're finally here or whatever. We start taping the free comic signs on our chests. We made these signs to free comics on them.
No,
But
free comics was like the last day. We had ask me about
buy our
yeah.
comics.
No,
That's
it was
what
like ask us
Buy
about
our
our it was like ask us about our comics. That's
yes,
what it was.
ask us about our comics. But
Yeah.
we take that to our chest or whatever, and we're like, all right, cool, this is gonna be exciting or whatever. And we walk around the convention together, and then we split up at the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
After that point, it was just like we were just talking to people and like making no sales. Like we were hitting each other up every once in a while to be like, hey, did you make any sales? Like, nope. It was like, okay, cool. Guess you didn't make any sales. Oh, don't worry, we got the next hour. Next hour, nothing. Next hour, nothing. Next hour, nothing. It was fucking terrible. Because you got to imagine, right? Like we're walking around with all these fucking. It wasn't heavy, but it was kind of heavy. Those books, like you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
extra weight.
Oh yeah,
So you
my
have to walk around this big ass convention with all
yeah.
this weight. You know?
Yeah. Also,
Oh,
hey,
what were you saying?
Lamai, welcome to the chat. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
you were
welcome to
saying.
the chat. Anyway, though, yeah. So we're walking around with all this weight or whatever, and I think around like maybe one, maybe two, we meet up again,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, and we're just sitting there, and I just remember the look on Mason's face of just like trying to calculate like how to make that work. He just looked like Walter White, like trying to figure out how to like take down what is it, Jack and his crew at the
Yeah,
end of
like
season
freaking
5.
Tuco or
Like,
whatever.
yeah, you're thinking about it, and you're just like, okay, like maybe we should just like go into panels. Like, is there anything we can do or whatever? And then that's when I was like, oh, okay. What is it? I'll just go to the meet and greet booths or whatever. And you're like, okay. Like I tried like in looking around there, but I didn't see anybody, so I just didn't go or whatever. So why don't you go over there? And that's when I met Carl Jones, right? Wasn't that when I met Carl Jones, right?
You met him by yourself. Well, did it, like if you met him by
Yeah,
yourself?
no, I
Yeah.
did.
Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah,
that was
yeah,
your
yeah. Okay, so
that was you.
yeah. So I went over to what is it? The meet and greet panel, like meet and greet booths or whatever, and it was a bunch of the Boondocks guys. So the producer Carl Jones, it was Rodney Barnes or whatever, the writer, and it was like Gary Anthony Williams, the voice of Uncle Ruckus, and Cedric something, not Cedric the Entertainer, but Cedric something, who voiced like Tom and shit or whatever. So I go up to Rodney Barnes' booth. I'm like, yo, dog, like, you're a great writer or whatever. And he's like, this is not nice talking shit about people, but like he was like sitting there, like laying there, like old head style, just like he's on a lazy boy, just like, yeah, like what? And I'm like, yeah, like you do great stuff, man. And he's like, thanks, man. I'm like, how do you enjoy DreamCon? He was like, it's whatever. And then I'm just trying to make conversation with him at this point. So I saw that he had a bunch of books on there. I'm like, oh, these books are kind of cool. Like, did you write them or whatever? He's like, yeah, yeah. And he calls out his boy. He's like, hey, Tommy, come bring up the rest of the books. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, whoa, like, what other books? Like, you only got books on here, or whatever. And his like buddy, he's like this like intern or whatever, comes out like, yo man, like we got all these books, like, you know what I'm saying, like, this one's about a detective or whatever, this like black detective from the future or whatever the fuck. I'm like, okay, like I'm like, and like I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to buy any books. And he's like, all right or whatever. And like at that point it was like I just had nothing else to say to him. So Carl Jones's book booth was right next to the book, like right next to his. So I walk over there, and I meet him, like, hey, nice to meet you, man, or whatever. No. I meet some people in line, and I sell a book to a journalist who works for like Time Out in New York or whatever. And then I get up to Carl or whatever, and he's like, hey man, how you doing or whatever. And he's like, yo, I'm about to go to a panel, like I can't talk or whatever. It's like, come to the panel. And his wife was like, what's her name?
Love. I think. Yeah, I think her name's like
Yeah,
Love.
they're both nice. Yeah, but like she was like, yo, come to the panel. Like, we can't stay here or whatever. I'm like, okay, sure, cool. So I hit up Mason. I'm like, yo, Mason, come to the panel. So we came to the panel, or we went to the panel or whatever. It was real cool. They had like they were showing kind of like the stuff that they did.
No. Okay, so
Whatever.
it took me a while to get to that panel because
Oh yeah,
I
can
my
fuck you
phone
over.
yeah, my phone was like the DreamCon app was too advanced for my old phone. My old LG phone from 2019 that didn't have the latest like software to run
Mason
the
had
app.
like an Android trap phone.
Yeah, I had an Android trap phone. Literally because it didn't, like, I had that phone since 2019 and it didn't break, so I didn't feel like I needed to replace it ever. So
Yeah, fair.
when I got to DreamCon, well, before we got to DreamCon, I tried to download the app, but the app, every time I tried to download the app, it wouldn't open. So I was at DreamCon looking around, and I had no idea what the itinerary was, and like until I had to like ask Matt for his phone to open up the DreamCon app and snapshot everything that was happening. And when I was like looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
and when I was like looking at what was happening, a lot of it was just boring. And a lot of it just wasn't interesting, and I wasn't really thinking about, like, I couldn't like vision myself making sales like just by being at those
It was even worse though.
whatchamacallit.
What was worse about that though was the fact that like there was no pamphlets or maps or anything either.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing. Like, oh yeah, F's in the chat said Carl Jung the philosopher. No, Carl Jones, the was it the producer of the Boondocks?
Yeah, the producer of the Boondocks. He's like an animator.
Yeah.
He's like a top tier guy.
Top tier, literally the most influential guy in that whole convention. Oddly enough, like in my opinion.
To continue the story or whatever, fast forward, we ended up meeting him together, and we pitch him the book or whatever, give him the book, or whatever. He was really receptive, and he was really nice. Him and his wife are really nice people. I will say that. Like,
Yeah.
that's the one thing I can say from my experiences with meeting people at DreamCon or whatever, because I met a couple people, and so did you or whatever. They were the nicest ones, because it's like they didn't immediately, like, what do they call that, like what is it, tell us to go away or whatever. They kind of listened to what we had to say. We appreciated that. So like, shout out to those guys. But no, yeah, like it was kind of crazy because it was like a lot of the people there were like basically doing Boondocks quotes or whatever the shit or whatever the fuck.
Ugh.
Like niggas were doing Boondocks quotes and shit like that, or dressing up as Boondocks characters or whatever. And it was like Carl Jones's booth was like so small compared to like all the other streamers and shit. It was actually kind of weird, actually.
Dude, the way like Berlizzi was there, and the way that like Berlizzi turned up, you would have thought he was a civil rights leader. Like he was like Like, yo, the amount of people that was in line to see Berlizzi, I thought it was the second coming of the Million Man March.
Oh
Like,
my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Berlizzi meet and greet panel or meet and greet booth was literally like it almost filled up the room. Like that's how deep it was. It was so crazy. You would have literally thought Malcolm X was there. Like it was insane. Because like niggas was walking up to the booth like, we're lazy, like, oh my god, like you're such my favorite guy or whatever. And he's like, yeah, man, whatever, haha, or whatever. And like that's no dis Berlizzi. Berlizzi is like Berlizzi is a dog. Like he's like one of those creators or whatever. But
yeah.
it was so weird seeing like all these people like cause like almost like a fire hazard to meet this nigga. Like it was ridiculous. It was almost like the Megan Stallion booth we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
How that shit was so deep. And that was just for a cardboard. At least Berlizzi was fucking there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. We were talking about that. How weird it was, like that somebody like Carl Jones, who literally like created the thing that people were quoting at the convention. Essentially, his booth was so like so small in comparison to like Berlizzi and like all the other creators. Man, it was weird. It was kind of like it kind of just like to us, I guess, like the way we described it, it was kind of like just like a representation of culture at the time. Whereas like the nigga who influences the niggas are the ones, like, you know what I mean? The niggas who influences the niggas are the
Like,
ones that don't.
everybody, I can tell you, everybody in that building knew what the Boondocks was. And I'm pretty sure everybody in that building probably quoted the Boondocks like once every month. But when it came to like
lines with people, niggas was hitting those Boondocks quotes or whatever. Niggas were looking at the book and saying, "This is the Boondocks." Like everybody was like, you could safely say everybody knew what the Boondocks was in the fucking convention.
yeah, you knew, yeah, like you knew everybody knew the Boondocks. Yeah, you're right, because everybody looked at the book and they thought it was Boondocks. It reminded them of the Boondocks.
Literally, like,
it's so freaking funny.
One thing we got most times, like it was like, hey, it's like, oh, you guys are making the Boondocks or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, and you know what's funny is I was telling people the guy was here. I'm like, yo, you know his booth is right over there. They're like, oh fuck, really? I'm like, man, I gotta hit that up. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, dude,
like what is going on? Crazy.
Yeah,
no, actually, no. Like, I guess that's also that's like the second funniest thing you told me that happened at DreamCon. But when you were like, I think it was like the second day when you were hitting up like hitting up niggas, like the interview niggas, and like you were saying like, oh yeah, check out Just the Reaper, and like one of the interviews like took the book out of your hand, and he's like, guys, check it out, we're making black comics now, and, like in a black culture convention. Where in the artist alley they had literally walls upon like black creators making their own comics.
Oh shit, that's so. Oh fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that happened on the last day.
Okay, yeah.
I was in the interview or whatever, and a dude had hit me or whatever. He's like, yo, you want to do an interview or whatever? I'm like, nah, or whatever. He was like, nah, you want to shout out your thing then? I'm like, yeah. And so I'm like, yo, check out Just Reaper, da 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 da. And the dude grabbed the book and like went into the camera. Was like, yo, black people are making comics now. Look at this. Like, I was like, dude, like, have you even been downstairs? Like, there's a bunch of niggas doing what I'm doing right now. Like, Jesus Christ. But no, anyway though, yeah. So after we met Carl Jones or whatever, we decided that was the end of the day. Like we were like, all right, dude, like we're done. Like there's nothing else we can do at this point, or whatever. And we went to the Airbnb, and I think this is like one of my favorite moments in hindsight. But at the moment, it felt like terrible. Me and you went into the Airbnb. No. I went to the Airbnb first, I think, right? Did you stay?
No, we went together. I know we went together because you were like, I'm getting tired. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's fall back for right now. For
okay, yeah. So we went to the Airbnb, and me and Mason walk in, and we sit at. There's like two tables, right? There's one table that. One like small ass table. What is it? For like just for like little shit or whatever. I sit at the smallest table. Mason sits at the TV stand, and we're like dead silent for like a cool like 5-10 minutes, just staring at the ground like and just like complete like defeat. And then Mason perks up and he's like, "Yo, it was cool we met Carl Jones though, right?" And I was like, "I guess that was kind of cool. I guess I guess that was the positive of that of the
Oh
day. I guess."
yeah, that was like I think
Cool.
literally that entire day I wasn't like I think I told you I was like you know what I'm not mad. We met Carl Jones. He likes us. He likes the thing. I call that a good day. We didn't make any books, but we did make that connection.
No, yeah, no, because like after a certain hour, me and you were just like done. Like if we had the money to fly back home to Charlotte, we probably would have did that because it was that fucked up. Like it was like the amount of money we were expecting to make was we made not even like a percentage of that, like not even like 1% of that. So like we were at that some point just like what the fuck. And so like we were like, all right, we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna have a fresh day tomorrow. We wake up the next day. We walk in. We take an Uber this time. We're like fuck it. We're gonna take an Uber. Like, we're not
Mm-hmm.
about to fucking do this or whatever. And we take an Uber to the convention center. And I feel like day two was the worst day. How do you feel about that? Is that safe to say that was the worst day?
Um, day two, I made that like the first day you made like two sales. I remember you making like a sale or two sales, right? And you did
Yeah.
that. Like if I was like a jealous person, I would have been jealous of you because you were the one that actually like you're the one I was like talking to like a lot of people. Well, not really what I wasn't I was trying to break out of my shell or trying to find like ways to like have conversations with people. You were just hitting up like, yo, just
Mhm.
made a sale, just made another sale. And when it came to like the Carl Jones things, you literally just took over that conversation. That's what you're underselling. Like I was just there, like with the I looked like a
Oh yeah.
doofus with an ask me about my comic shirt. You were like, no, Carl Jones's wife, she likes you. You gotta talk to her. And I was like,
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was kind of funny because like I remember
yeah.
I had walked up to her and she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. I said, "This is my friend Mason," and she was like, "Hey, Mason." It was kind of funny. Like I was like, "No, you need to talk to like you know what I mean?" Like yeah, she's like oh, what is it? Like why don't you talk to her while I talk to him? Like you know what I mean? Why don't we talk to them? Kind of thing. And
Mhm.
because I remember at the moment you were like, no, let's not even say nothing to them. I'm like, no, talk to them. They're right there. Like talk to them. Yeah, and we met
Yeah.
them and we talked to them or whatever, and they were nice. Like they genuinely were cool people. Like I have nothing bad to say about them actually, or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but like no, yeah, like I never realized I did that until you had told me afterwards, because I was just kind of like in the zone, I guess. Because I was just I'm like, hey, here's the book, da 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 da, or whatever. I remember afterwards you were like, dude, like if you had never did like we've never like had that conversation if you didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah,
Yeah, I didn't.
you know,
I
I feel
literally
like what
didn't
I
say. I didn't say anything that entire interaction. I was just like letting you spit.
oh really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
I was. I was like, I know what's
Oh,
going. I was like, I know who's taking this, who's taking this spot. But that was like the first day, and that after that, I was like, all right, I'm not mad. I ain't mad. How can I be mad?
yeah,
But the second
fair
day,
enough. Second day.
I was like, I was staying at the YouTube lounge. Funny enough, the only place that they had signs for and direction was the YouTube lounge. And I was able to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot
Everything
about
else,
that.
it was garbage. Like, if I wanted to find, like, a different area to, like, even if I wanted to see, like, a booth, right? Like, not a booth, but, like, a panel. Like, I would have to, like, go to I would have to, like, look at the screenshots that I looked at I took from Matt, and even then, I didn't know where anything was. So I asked I forgot like what do they call it? Like the volunteers, like
Yeah, the
where are
volunteers.
yeah, I would have to ask the volunteers like where were the rooms. They're like, I don't know, I just work here, and I'm like, cool, dude.
Yeah,
Awesome.
bro, this thing gonna tell me once I walk into this nigga, I'm like, yo, where's like this panel or whatever? I was trying to sneak in a different panel. So yo, where's this panel? He's like, man, I don't even know that shit. I'm like, nigga, you're the guy who's supposed to know this shit. What the fuck you mean you don't know this shit? He's like, man, I don't even know that shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, anyway, bro, yeah, go on. Anyway, so
Yeah.
day
So
two, yeah, you stay at the YouTube lounge because remember I had signed you up for that.
yeah.
Um, because you're the one with the most views. So I was like, all right, so Mason, I'll sign you up for the YouTube lounge, and they gave you a, like a little badge and things of that nature. And yeah, you went in there and you stayed there the whole time. I was just walking around at that point because I couldn't
Yeah.
make any sales. Really.
Honestly, it probably was a good idea for me to like just to make that my home, literally,
Yeah,
because I didn't know where anything else was. And if I want to get connected with other YouTubers, then I would be at the YouTube lounge. But the YouTube lounge was there wasn't a lot of people that like knew what they were doing. I got at the most I got people that talk to me like people in like the chat that be like, what you need to do is go X, Y, and Z. You gotta maximize on YouTube Short. I'm like, nigga, dude, like, come on.
yeah, you were running
We
into
all
like David Goggins.
yeah. I'm like
Like
we all watch the same tutorial videos. You're not saying anything new. You're in the same exact place that I am. Like, come on. You're not. You think you're putting me on game, but like we read from the same. It's like if a nigga like read like the Macaw history books, and then they were like, "All right, man. So here's what happened." Like, I'm like, it's like, dude, we just took a test on this like yesterday.
oh,
Like,
we were in the same special ed class. Like,
come
stop,
on. but like I was out there, I was like talking to people, I was trying to like I was like, yo, what's this shirt? Why do you do that? What's this? What's that? Like the people that had like I noticed one thing, the people that had like like followers, like they really didn't want to put nobody on. Like they talk like they don't know why they're there to begin with. And they had
yeah,
like no
no.
power. Like they were just not interested in like helping out like struggling creators.
Yeah,
It
can I
was
just say one thing too?
go
Yeah, a
ahead.
lot of them niggas with like those big followings and things, like they were like the most socially awkward people you could ever talk to.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. I like. I understand why because you know it's overwhelming, overstimulating. But
Hmm.
it was like almost like they if they never had conversations before.
Yeah, like you had like
And it wasn't like they were like RDC level. They were just like they had like 200,000 followers. Like
it
it was like
was
kind of thing like that.
it's so weird to like be in a position when like you know how to like you want to genuinely have a conversation with somebody and they just don't know how to carry it. Like you have to like like they like
Hmm.
nothing things like they don't know how to carry a conversation. But I get it. I want to like give them grace cuz like we're probably not the first or the last people that would want to talk to them.
Yeah, yeah, for
But
sure.
but
No, for sure.
but it
But
was annoying.
even the way that we were approaching them though, it wasn't as if we were like trying to. Because at some point we stopped selling to people. We just started
Yeah.
talking to people. So like it was like I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, and it was literally like they were like, I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like you're like, all right, dude, like I'll leave you alone. Like yeah, it's like all right, fuck it, I'll leave you alone. Jesus, like
Yeah.
goddamn.
It's like going
But I
to
don't know, man.
it's like I don't know. It's really you know what was also really funny? Like meeting people and like knowing that our level of like interaction or just like our people skills were just like way higher than like people who
Yeah, it was
already
interesting seeing like, yo, it is almost like kind of like walking. It was like that one scene in Jujutsu Kaisen Zero where like Yuta first steps into the fucking classroom and his aura is like red and fucked up. That's
yeah.
what happened. I was like, what the fuck? Because it did
It,
feel like that at some point because people did not want to talk. And so you're like, hey, how you doing? They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you in my personal space? Like,
like we have it's like having the aura but then we have to like make other people understand that we have the aura. It's like
yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was strange. But no,
yeah.
day two was literally us just like walking around. Like it was like you stayed in the YouTube lounge, and at some point you were like so you were still there, but you were so sick of it because
Yeah.
it was like I think a thing about you that like I'll mention is that you aren't like a party or lounge person. Like that's not your steez. Like
Yeah.
anytime I've tried to put you in like areas like that, like bar settings, things of that nature, like you just are just kind of like, like this is not your vibe. So like being in the YouTube lounge, I remember you were saying it was like a thing where it was like niggas were just kind of like partying and shit almost.
No, like after the fact, right? Like it was like
Oh, after
before
the fact.
yeah, after like they had their itinerary out the way, it just turned into a party. And like when it turned to a party setting, like people didn't really want to like it was people didn't really want to talk or whatever. They was
Which is
just
like fair, I guess.
like they were just like they were just vibing out and dancing. Like
yeah, so
I did
you
talk
yeah.
like I did talk to a couple people, but it really didn't like go anywhere. Cause you don't like in that YouTube lounge, you have people that are trying to be YouTubers and people who are already YouTubers and people who are like within the YouTube space who are in the YouTube space, but when they see me being like, "Hey, I'm trying to do something with your platform," they're like, "Well, I hope you do it. Like, I hope you get to where you need to
Yeah, and then
be."
there was like CEOs and shit there too.
Yeah, I mean,
Who
yeah,
was that one white dude?
I don't even
I
know, but I
forget
know
his
what you're
name
talking
now.
about. Like some middle
Yeah,
aged white dude, like me, like talking like with like YouTube, like people that are involved in YouTube, and that not and they see me and I'm not annoying, and they see like I have a drive to do what the heck I have the audacity and the drive to do what the heck I'm doing, and they're like, all right, I hope you get what you need to go. I just want to like grab their face and like plunge it into the wall, like. like
well, to them, but I guess to like not like to play devil's advocate, I guess
yeah,
it's like to them, it's like what does your success have to do with me?
yeah,
So then, so it's like, oh, you're succeeding. Good for you. I hope you succeed some more. And then after that point, it's just whatever. With
yeah,
putting people on is like it's like a second thought to people, especially when they've already made their money or they're still in the middle of trying to make their money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like people who have their success still probably aren't where they want to be anyway. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're not satisfied. So it's like to them, it's like why am I putting you on it when I'm not even satisfied? You know?
Right.
Um. Anyway, though, yeah. So second day, well, Mason was in the YouTube lounge. I was just walking around, and I was trying to talk to people. People were not like fucking with me, and so I was just sitting places, just watching people, just like watch niggas try to get girls, watch girls reject dudes. You know what I mean? I joined into some people like they had those people would come in with like whiteboards or like poster boards and do
Mm.
like which anime character is like this or which anime character is like that or whatever. And I'd do some of those or whatever. I'd follow around crowds and shit. It was like shit like that. But I was just stuck in business mode at that point. Like it was like everything I did, I was just trying to make a sale for it. And like when I wasn't making a sale, I was just upset. And so me and Mason, we go to the hotel. We go to the Hilton Hotel across the street or whatever, and then we got fucking robbed. Which, again, if you want to hear that story, that's a $200.
Yeah,
Cost
$200
$200.
story, please. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Please and thank
So
you.
we get robbed, and I'm literally I go we walk out of the hotel, and I'm literally sitting at the hotel. I'm sitting outside of the convention center because the hotel was right across the street from the convention center. So I'm sitting outside the convention center, and I'm just looking. I'm looking at the ground again. Mason's sitting there. I'm like Mason. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's like I'm going the fuck home. Like I don't know what you're about to do, but I'm going the fuck home. It's like like, I'm fucking mad. And Mason was like, all right, I'm gonna stick around a little bit. I'm gonna see what's cracking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I had bought tickets to the party. Oh yeah, remember I bought tickets to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, Mason, just go to the party, and you were like, okay. And I go home, I'm like sleeping. Mason texts me, he's like, I'm not going to that fucking party. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm going back to the Airbnb. I'm fucking tired. I'm like, all right, fair enough. And so what is it? Mason comes back to the Airbnb, and it's even worse than Friday. We're sitting there and we're like mad now. Like you know what I mean? We made. I don't think you made one sale maybe. Did
I
you?
made like a couple sales. And like it was
Made a couple sales.
I made a couple sales and they were all like well, I wouldn't say they're all I forgot how much. I made a couple sales. That was just it.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot of money.
Yeah,
I remember
my
that.
bag was still heavy. So,
Yeah, the bag was so heavy as shit. So we went to the Airbnb and we were both pissed. Um, I was pissed because I was the one who came up with the idea of going to DreamCon and it wasn't going the way I wanted it to. Mason was pissed because he wasn't making as much money as he thought he would. We just got scammed, dude. And then like yeah, it was a bunch of shit going on.
mhm.
You know, and so at some point Mason, I'm like, what if we just gave out the books for free? And Mason was like, was like, yeah, nah. Like, and I remember you did this thing, almost like you were giving like a speech or whatever. You stood up, you're like, listen, he's like, we're not going back on that fucking plane unless all these books are gone. Period. Full stop. And I was like, hell yeah, yeah. And we just like screaming at the Airbnb. We turned on some music. We set we like
It was a
set
it
all the
was
books in our bag.
if there was a
Huh?
montage, it was that montage. Like that would be the montage moment of us being like making a de
Yeah,
facto fact like a factory line of just like putting the
of
putting
books.
like of
Yeah.
like having the books like taping our business cards in the well we should have taped it. We just like put it in the back. Like we should have taped it. But like putting the books and the putting the business cards in the books and at the end we changed the ask me about my comics. We flipped it over, had like a marker, and said like free comics.
Free comics sincerely the homies.
Yeah, sincerely
Matt
the
Mason.
homies. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, no, and then yeah, day three comes. We hit another prayer, and we take an Uber. And this time we don't like. I think the thing that made day three so special is that we really didn't give a fuck at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like like there was no like we didn't want to sell anymore. Like we were just like, okay, everyone's getting the book, and so we had a different attitude about it.
Yeah.
And once that happened, niggas were literally like, niggas were literally like, hey, like I want to pay for this one, like cause they were giving us money, like straight up money. Remember,
Yeah.
we're in the Starbucks and shit. Niggas was like, oh, we'll pay for this. Fucking give us that.
Yeah. I remember. I
And
remember. Like, I remember I had a heavy like bag full of like book twos. Book twos is heavy.
and it was
It's like
heavy.
thick. Yeah, it was
As
heavy.
shit.
Yeah. So like we were like in Starbucks at a the hotel across from the convention center, and then like somebody in the line was like, "Free comic books. What's this all about?" And I was like, "Yeah, you guys want some free comics?" They're like, "Sure." And I was like, "Here you go." And they're like, "What do I gotta do?" I was like, "It's yours now." I'm like, "Oh." And then more, and then another person from the line was like, "Oh, can I get one?" And then another person like, "Oh, can I get one?" They're like, "All right, sure, free candy. Go ahead, take it."
Yeah. We were like, fuck it. And then we go into the convention finally. Mason splinters off to go to the YouTube lounge. I think he went back to the YouTube lounge. And then
Yeah.
I decide I was waiting for the exhibit hall to open up. And I go, yo, does anyone want free comics? And niggas were like, I want free comics. And I just started handing people comics and shit. And I just gave them every comic out of the bag. And some people were like, "Oh, can I pay for this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And they pay for it or whatever. But then after that point, I sold all my books. I got rid of all my books in under 15 minutes. I told Mason, I'm like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "I don't know, hand out the business cards." And so by this point, I'm like, I just start getting mischievous. I just start like, I don't want to say maybe I shouldn't incriminate myself, but I was just going into places I probably shouldn't have been at DreamCon. I was like, oh, where does this door lead? And I was just going into these doors and shit. Um, yeah, and that's how I snuck into the premium badge areas. I snuck into the fucking creator lounges and shit. Oh, like the secret ones or whatever. And yeah, I met people or whatever. I sold some more books or whatever. I think my favorite interaction. This is my favorite interaction when it comes to just selling books in general. I had snuck into the press room area or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and I'm really incriminating. Damn, well fuck it, ban me then from DreamCon. Fuck it. Anyway though,
Like we were trying to make
which is
money.
horrible.
We were trying to have fun in the convention.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
no, legit. We are like the most likable like salespeople in DreamCon. We had to be like the most likable salespeople at DreamCon.
shit, stamp it, I guess, since we kind of have proof of it. But nah, no. So I go to the press room area or whatever, and what is it? I meet these people who work for some like newspapers and some YouTubers or whatever. And there's just one dude holding a camera stand, and he's completely silent. And so I'm selling them all our book or whatever. I'm like, hey, check out Just Reaper or whatever the hell. And the silent dude, I hand the silent dude a book, and he looks at me and he grabs it, and he flips through it or whatever. He doesn't say a single word. I'm like, and so like I'm like, hey, I'm like trying to pitch him the book. I'm like, hey, this is what this is, da 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 da, or whatever. He's not saying a goddamn word. He flips through the book. He looks at me. He gets in his wallet, hands me $20. Oh no, he hands me $45. He's like, here. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, bro, hell yeah. And then I was like, you want me to sign it? And he was like, yeah. And so he got his buddy to give me a pen, and I signed it. And he was like, I appreciate you. And he just walked away. And I was like, that was the greatest interaction ever. I didn't have to sell him the book even. Like literally, I didn't even have to sell him the book. He just took the book and he was like, all right, here you go. What the fuck, man? But no, that was like one of my favorite interactions. And I tried to go further. I tried to go into the creator lounge, like the real one,
Mm-hmm.
like with all the big creators. I tried to go into the creator lounge, but the security guard saw that I snuck into the press lounge, and they were like, "Dog, like please, like come on, man, like, he's like, don't make me have to do my job." Essentially. And I was like, all right. I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean? I had my fun or whatever. And then yeah, I just snuck into more panels. I stuck into the I'm Dante panel. I stuck into a couple other panels. I can't remember the names of them because at some point I just wasn't paying attention to them.
Oh wait, there was
You know
some.
what I mean?
Wait, there was more. There's people writing in the horizontal chat, and I just wasn't paying
Oh, what is
attention.
it?
Lamai says, "I'm looking at DreamCon. And it looks less fine art focused and more entertainment. Yeah, lots of YouTubers, actors,
Essentially.
cosplayers, and entertainers. Not many comic artists and artisans. Yeah, essentially. Get a free book for $5 for $5 for a five. Wait, get a free book for a $5 sketch. Nah, I ain't doing that. Nice.
Hell no.
Yeah. Okay, moving
Yeah,
on.
Mason hates drawing. I don't even knew this about him.
Yeah, I hate drawing. I hate like I do it. I'm like I like stealing what Peter Chung says about animating. He's like, I hate animating. I do it just to get like whatever I need to say. It's like, like I'm like that, but with drawing. Like I don't care about drawing. I just do it because I know how to do it.
Hell yeah.
Continue.
Anyway though. So yeah, no. Yeah, I just think into more panels. I start talking to the security guards more. I'm like, hey, like check this out. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. What's up, man? Like, you know what I mean? I give them business cards and things of that nature or whatever. And you were just at the YouTube lounge at that point, right?
Yeah, I was just at the YouTube lounge. That whole day, I was either at the YouTube lounge. I would go down to the booths. I talked to this one guy, like Tony Weaver Jr., and I was like, I gave him a book. I gave his women friend a book. Which I'm not going into that.
Oh yeah.
That's not because that's none of my business. I gave both.
Leave that nigga alone, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that guy like.
Can I say something?
What? Go ahead.
I remember when you told me that. I was like, nigga, that is not his. I was like, I'm like, you completely misread that situation. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So every time I talk to that guy, like, it just seems like he doesn't like me. It's just like.
Yeah, you've seen him a few times.
Yeah, like almost every time I'm at like the airport or like we go to the same place, like I see him and he does not seem interested in me whatsoever.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me about that. Or whatever. He seems like a nice enough guy to me.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Like he just doesn't seem interested in me.
It's one of those things where it's like every time you've seen him, you've told me, and you were like, and you're like, yeah, you'd be like, hey, how you doing, man? And it's just complete, like, it's almost like talking to a brick wall kind of thing. Yeah. You're like, all right, man.
It's
cool.
It's either like he has some sort of era that I'm like trying to get something from him, or like he just doesn't like how he kind of gets what I feel like when I see somebody doing like something similar, and he's like, you're not all that. Like, calm down. It's either one or the other.
Like, chill out, my nigga.
Yeah, chill out. You're like, you're not him. Like, what you're doing is cute, but you're not him. Like, that's the vibe that I get every time I talk to him. Or I'm, like, in the same vicinity as him.
Hell yeah. But no, yeah, after the third day, we finished up, and we went back to the Airbnb, and we called it good, honestly. Monday rolled around, and we went home, and that was DreamCon for us, man. All in all, like, any normal person would have called that a 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10 experience. That was an 8 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it. Even like in hindsight, now that I enjoyed it, I enjoy it. But like in the moment, I felt like shit. But Yeah, it was an 8 out of 10 experience to me, and that was my first convention. So it was like I was like, this is cool.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know how you felt about it.
I keep going
But
back and forth of like, do I would I do it again? If I would do it again, what would I change? And then I'm like, dang. Every time I try to contact, I try to like make connections with people. I just get, I just feel annoyed because I know it's just a bunch of people being like, oh yeah, we'll keep in touch. Like literally a bunch of we'll keep in touch people.
yeah, well, I had told you that, I had told you that like niggas was mad Hollywood, like and DreamCon. I didn't say that. I said that, but I said that during after the first day. I was like, no, niggas get like Hollywood over here. Like if they had I'm not gonna lie, if they had a camera in their hand, or whatever, like if they had this selfie stick in their hand, they were going to brush you off as if you were like some guy. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was the ones, even the ones with the mics in their hands, even they had this weird like why do you think you can talk to me kind of thing. It was strange because at the end of the day, it wasn't like they had that many. They were like they had 50,000 subscribers or something, which is a lot, but like not that big to be like big dogging niggas.
Yeah, like
I,
I remember I gave like this one guy an entire set. And he was like, "Yo, I appreciate it, big dog." Doesn't even talk to me on like we exchange Instagrams. Like he doesn't even talk to me. He doesn't even no follow up. And I'm like, "Nigga, are you serious? That's crazy."
yeah, no, I don't know, man. It was very yeah, like that was the weird part about DreamCon is that like every once in a while, like most people at DreamCon were like happy to be there, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like niggas would be like, "Yo, what's up, man? Oh man, you got comics." Da, 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 da. Even if they wouldn't buy anything, they'd be nice or supportive. That the fact that we're doing something, but then every once in a while you'd run into a nigga who like had a YouTube or had like a Twitter or like had some type of like, oh well, it's like, yo, Rakai from Kai Sinat stream. Oh yeah, I'm friends with him. I know him. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, so you know a 16, how old is that fucking kid? Like 14 or whatever. I'm like, okay, so you know a 14-year-old? Cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like shit like that. You'd run into that every once in a while. At DreamCon. And it was kind of like lame, you know? But,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's our DreamCon experience.
That's our
All
yeah.
in
That's our
all,
dream con.
yeah, all in all,
Eh.
eh, iffy.
Yeah. Like if you go to like any other like convention, it's going to be way more tame.
Oh, for sure, probably.
You're probably gonna
For sure.
yeah, it's gonna be way more tame. I know. I just know
I
that for a
started on a
fact.
high for sure.
Yeah.
Like I started on the extreme side of what a convention could be like.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, there is no other convention that I've been a part of where people just started doing line dances down the hall.
Oh yeah, the cues came
Yeah,
out. That was crazy.
doing line dances, doing cues. It's like it's Soul Train. I remember I told that to my
No,
dad. I told that to my dad, and my dad was like, "Oh man, that sounds like a fun thing. I want to go there." And I'm like, "You don't. You're not gonna keep up."
yeah, no. The Q is like the frat. You ever heard of I don't think you know a lot about frats, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's one of the Divine Nines or whatever. And what part of the thing is they line dance a lot. Yeah, no, like when the Qs came out, boy, I was like,
That's so.
oh nah,
I'm like,
bro.
what are we doing here?
Yeah, I was like, nigga, bro, because Qs are notorious for like stealing niggas' girls and shit. I saw one of them niggas pick up a girl. Oh nah, boy. I was like, no. I'm like, all right, well she's gone. It's like I hope she doesn't have a boyfriend because that's over. Um, but no, yeah, I guess the bright side about DreamCon is that they will accept anybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Unless you have beef with with them.
Unless you have
Exclu-
beef with, yeah. If you
yeah.
have beef with RDC, yeah, don't expect to come to DreamCon
Yeah.
because them niggas will make sure you never step foot in that motherfucker ever again.
Yeah, like
I'll tell you
freaking
that right now.
free low tier god, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. He didn't even know them niggas. He didn't even know them niggas. And these still ban him from DreamCon, right?
Yeah.
Yo, free low tier guy for real, bro. That's fucked up. Nah, you can't do that to the homie. Let him embarrass himself first. Yeah, that was crazy. Cause I remember low tier god was like, I like RDC, like I fuck with them niggas, da 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 da, or whatever. And then he found out he was banned, and he's like, what the fuck? Oh man. Wait, did he get banned, or was it a thing that they wouldn't invite him over there or something? I think he got banned, right?
Yeah. I don't think he did anything. It was just internet beef.
Yeah,
That they didn't want anything a part of. They didn't want to be a part of it. So they're like, you're not bringing that to the convention.
Yeah. RDC has done that a couple times where they've personally like went out and been like, no, this nigga's not allowed. Oh man, yeah, them niggas don't play, man. Them niggas move like the Akatsuki, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't step around them niggas.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, bro. It was funny. I really didn't want to. I really didn't want to meet them, but not even on some starstruck shit. Because I don't think I've ever been starstruck. I've met a couple people that I've liked, and I've never been like. I'm like, oh, it's cool. I met them. Carl Jones is like, I don't think that was really starstruck more than it was. I was happy. Like it was a genuinely good. Like it was a positive conversation. I guess. I mean, it felt like a positive conversation to me. So I was like, okay, that was really, really cool. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I've never been starstruck before. I don't think. Have you ever been starstruck before? Like, have you met somebody you're like, yo, this is cool?
No. I don't really go out that much, and like, there's not a lot of people that's like really popping in North Carolina. So like, when I see somebody, well, so like it's rare for me to like to meet somebody that like really done anything cool out here, except for that one guy that made that movie, like Keith Knight. It's not that one guy that made Wolf. Actually,
Oh yeah,
Keith Knight, and I did meet Cliff Blazinski. That wasn't even a start.
That was the funniest conversation you've ever told me about.
Yeah, like, like it. I don't really. In one hand, I really don't get why like people in the industry don't really mess with him. On the other hand, like I kind of get it, because like Cliff is like a really cool dude, but like when I was talking to him and like the things that he was interested in, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see like the culture is like the culture of like making games is just too different for him to like stick around and not make a lot of enemies just by like a couple off-color jokes.
Yeah, from the way you described the conversation to me, because you had told me like after it happened or whatever, you had told me about it, and it was like the way that you described him, I'm like, oh, he's almost like stuck at a time kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Like I'm not
stuck at a time, so I could see why maybe he's not in the industry now, because like, yeah.
the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the industry was just like stuck at a time. Like I feel like Cliff would be the type of guy that would just like bully a lot of people for like like people call him like he does have like jock, like what they call like jock energy, and I hate saying that like like we're like stuck in the 80s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like he is a really cool dude. But he has like that energy that like will not go well with a lot of people that are just lame that are just
That is true, man. It was interesting. That was an interesting conversation you told me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him though. I hope he goes he was at the Comic-Con that's happening this month, because there's going to be a Durham Comic-Con that I'm thinking about going just to say hi to Keith Knight again.
Mm.
And see if he
have you ever asked Keith Knight if he you have his information, don't you?
I don't think so. I can probably hit him up and be like, yo, if you remember me, because like last year I was doing a oh yeah, Lemay says like boots on the ground gameplay in the background. Yeah, oh yeah, Lemay. Wait, hold up, what's going on? What's playing in the background? of the stream. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, cool, cool. Everything's fine. Lamai said, low tier god's too toxic for RDC. And I'm like, he's changing around. He's changing around. He's turning around from what I've heard. But anyway, yeah, with like Keith Knight, I think, yeah, I can just hit him up and like, do you have anything to say? But like, I remember when I was 2 years ago when I was in Durham, the Durham Comic Con, like, I was sharing a booth with somebody, and that other person was like, that other guy was like really like was the one that was really in depth conversation with Keith Knight. And I remember the main thing that I got from like his conversations was that like it's not really worth it to go into like entertainment or just feeling like you're going to have a career in entertainment. That was like the main thing that I got from him. Because he because he was like everything is like going to streaming and like you're not going to get residuals off of your streams. Like if you're going to go into entertainment, it's just going to be a gig. Like even like his TV show Woke, like I remember him saying that he framed his very last paycheck because like after a while they'll just stop giving you money.
Oh, really?
And like they just have the complete rights to it. Same with like Cliff Bleszinski. That was funny enough, like across the across the hall, like just like 5 steps away. So I had like 2 people that worked in the industry, like in the film industry and the TV industry and in the video game industry. And it was kind of funny how I was like making a Venn diagram of their experiences. And there was a lot of overlap of like
wow.
of like you just get in, you do your thing and you get out. And like you kind of not hope, but like you don't expect them to like call you back or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, you should probably hit him back up, actually. You could have asked him about literary agent stuff.
Oh
You
yeah.
did you?
I remember him telling me like how he got to the position that he's in, and he just said like the way that he was doing, he was like kind of going crazy with it, like just he moved to LA and just started bothering people. That's what he just started. He just started bothering as like try to get as much information as possible. Like showed up to like studio, like showing up to like the networks and just like bothering people. Being like, hey, what's going on? Hey, I got a story to tell. Hey, I do this, I do that, I make this, and they're like, all right, we'll give you a shot. And he uses that to like catapult. Well, not really catapult his career, but it's a thing that he puts on his portfolio and being like, hey, yeah, I did this, and he got to write on it too. So, and just to see how they see like how they do notes. Just seeing how they to work in like an industry setting. But yeah, they don't. Yeah, after a certain while, they just like stop paying you. Lamai said, "I tried to warn those kids. Don't hope to be a YouTuber star. It's not reliable. It's unlikely that you'll become the next Mr. Beast. I might start querying soon." I think like my 2 cents is querying is a good idea. Like above all, you don't like be Mr. Beast just by like hard work. You be like hard work in the sense of like making good content. You get to like that kind of position by knowing how to like network, just knowing how to like be and just being around people who are as driven as you.
I agree with that.
Cause like I like being like this whole YouTube thing, like a year or so of just like roughing it out on YouTube. Every time someone like I'm now at a point if somebody wants to give me advice of like how I can change my content, the first thing I'm probably gonna say is like I've literally done more than what I've literally done what you told me to do and more than what you can ever imagine. So so if like if any
I'm faster than you.
yeah, faster than you. and I'm still here. So I'm like, if anybody tells me like, yo, your YouTube channel can be a lot better if you do X, Y, and Z, I'm probably just gonna say, if they're in my chat, I'm just gonna tell them that if they want to help me out, they could either do one or all of all the three things. Thing number one, make clips of my content on my live streams. Thing two, buy my book or send donations. Or book number three, get me connected to either agencies or popular YouTubers. If you can't do either one or three things, don't even at me. Don't even tell me like how I can improve my content because you don't even know. I know because I tried it. So that's pretty much it.
Jeez Louise.
That's me.
Soccer blue.
I should probably have a sign like that, and just like tap the sign every time somebody wants to give me advice. I'm like, do one of those three.
The sign, just like, hey.
Yeah, hey, tap the sign. Do one of these three. If you want to help me, do one of those three things. One or all of those three things.
You're like, hey, pay attention.
Pay attention, yeah. Yeah, so that's like it's like the only thing that we hear from the entertainment industry of like individuals making it, quote unquote, is just like lightning in a bottle. And like to think that you're gonna have a lightning in a bottle is delirious. It's ludicrous.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I had YouTuber dreams when I was a young child, like a literal child. Um I've I've always been of the mindset that you do have to enjoy the thing
Yeah.
if you're going to do it. And if you don't enjoy the thing, you can't do it because like it's just not I don't know, it's not made for this type of thing, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Matt, are you looking at the stream? This is like I think I'm done with the cover of like the
Oh
Purgatory
wait, hold
Academy
on, look at the
duology.
stream right now.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
I went off the stream so it didn't slow down my internet. So go back. I'm gonna cover.
Well, actually, no, I can like send you a screenshot of it so you can save more internet.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Damn,
Yeah.
that's cold.
Like, dude, I remember I was like, when I was like making the duology cover, I was like, the front cover was a reference to I saw like I was on Pinterest and I saw an Alien versus Predator like fan made poster, and I was like, that composition's kind of hard. I'm gonna steal that. And I wanted to like have the background a bunch of like references to a lot of purgatory things that happens in book 1 and 2. Like you got like the noise filter because like when you go in the playground of ideas, the people who aren't important, they're just silhouettes with a noise filter. You got the pencil, you got the pencil from book 1 and the pencil from book 2. The pencil that book 1 that where Travis uses to like lodge to lodge within like Lucifer's head, and then the pencil from book 2 what that's in the playground of ideas. You obviously got like the bells above like fly motif, because like when every time he's around, then if you see him, you see like the fly texture, and then like the chess pieces. The chess pieces from like Jim's side story. And on the back, I literally just like was looking through my video game cases, and like I was like trying to steal covers, like back covers. There's something similar to that I did with like Just a Reaper, and I settled on like the back cover of Sonic Generations, because it had like because like the one thing that I liked about the Sonic Generations back cover is that specific like what emphasize like the two play styles of like classic Sonic and modern Sonic, and it showed in like the design of how they showed the gameplay, and I was like, oh, I can use that for like book 1 and book 2. And then like for like in every game they have like screenshots of like the features of the game. I was like, okay, I'll just add the features of like I'll just add the bonus features that says like, yeah, look at the early concepts, look at discover the meaning behind each of the author, and like and also I noticed that you're rubbing off on me, like pause, but like the way that you do copy I've been like literally doing like what I was like saying like how would Matt write this? Because like I was writing the copy on the spot, so I was thinking like how would Matt write this, and it was like a lot easier. Of like imagine.
It's a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And on the bottom, I just like put actual panels that's in book 1 and 2. So
yeah.
yeah,
I do like the new motif of you making like these DVD cover things.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think it's a way more it's a lot more interesting than like how things usually are right now.
Facts.
I
I enjoy it at least.
Yeah, I like yeah. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so after this, I'm gonna do the same thing with Chimera Island. I might try something. I might try something else. Well, of course, I'm gonna try like a different back cover. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but we'll try. But we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. But yeah, I think this is pretty much done, and I like how it turned out.
I like it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I think this is a good stopping point for the live stream though. Like finished.
man.
Yeah, we talked about all of the all of DreamCon, all 3 days of DreamCon. We talked about something after that. We talked about a lot of things. I think it's a good place to stop. Besides, I'm gonna go stream again in like 10 minutes after I eat food, cause like today's like Wednesday and I like stream Mass Effect on like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
How
Like
long do you stream for?
like 3 hours.
Nice.
No, I'll probably get yeah. So like all said and done, I'll probably be streaming like 6 hours today.
I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do today, but it's my day off, so I'm abusing it as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I get that. I feel that. But yeah, it's a good thing that you crashed the stream when you did.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's entertaining.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I don't come on the stream very often because I'm just not like I like doing things like stand up things where there's like a physical audience. You know what I mean? It's just more interesting to me.
Yeah,
So I try to stay off stream, but every once in a while I like to come on stream and like try to spice things up. You know?
yeah, yeah. Like you're, and like every time Matt's like, "Yo, let's like put me on the stream," I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, okay, hey guys," and now we're featuring Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny though is that every time I'm like, "Yo, can I come on stream?" You're like, "Sure, whatever."
I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah,
Nice
you're
stream. It was nice. It was nice talking to you, stream. You know.
exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat some rice for like 10 minutes and then come back with playing Mass Effect. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in a bit. Maybe I should like keep the stream going. Like have. Maybe nah.
Yeah, it's
Who
gonna.
cares?
Leave him mute. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Don't give him everything.
Don't give him everything. Don't give him the 10 minute satisfaction.
Yeah. See, now they can hate me now. There we go.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I'll check y'all in like 10 minutes. All right.
Bye.